33 minutes on the clock. 3 penalties slotted by the Georgians, including a couple of monster kicks from the halfway by their wing David Niniashvili. This game has all been about the European side. Fiji haven't fired a shot yet. They've had opportunities for penalties that they've chosen not to kick. Georgia have come out like an absolute train despite having a couple of really nasty injuries. They've had to use their bench early. But Eddie Jones somewhere is smiling because, remember, Fiji have to win this with a bonus point to make sure Australia can't make the quarterfinals. But with a scoreline like this pool is wide open. It's Fiji 0, Georgia 9.
Would you believe it? Scotland-Romania is at 8 o'clock and you can listen to that on Sports Extra. In the Super League elimination playoff earlier, St Helens beat Warrington 16 points to 8, so they will play Catalan in the next stage of the playoffs. Wigan will play Hull KR, who beat Lee last night. In the Welsh Premier today, Barry 0, Carnarvon 3, Colwyn Bay 2, Cardiff Metropolitan 2, Haverfordwest 3, Aberystwyth 0, Newtown 1, Barla 0, and TNS 4, Pontypridd 0. And in the Northern Irish Premiership, Carrick Rangers 2, Glentoran 1, Cliftonville 1, Loughgall 1, Coleraine 0, Crusaders 4, Dungannon 0, Ballymena 1, and Linfield 6, Newry City 1. Not far away from bringing you Tottenham against Liverpool in the Premier League, but let's hear now from Pep Guardiola after Manchester City's 2-1 defeat at Molineux.
Congratulations, Wolves. They defend really well. We struggled to make our build-up, our first process, our movements. And yeah, we had our chances. We struggled to control the transitions because they are really good. And yeah, they defend really well, and that's all.
The 2 goals that they scored come from the counter-attack very fast, aren't they?
Yeah, we know it. So, but we were there. We were settled well. The question is that when the opening is faster and quicker and they are good, we have to accept it.
Now, you've obviously had suspensions and injuries. What's in your mind at the moment about the state of your squad and what you can do?
No, what it is. So Bernardo is soon to come back, John is soon to come back, and yeah, we'll see how many players we have in Germany to play Champions League.
Pep Guardiola, all the goals on Match of the Day tonight at 10:30 in the Women's Rugby Union Internationals. Wales 38, USA 18 and England 29, Canada 12. The reason I'm laughing is I've just seen Rory McIlroy's second shot here at the 17 and it has left his playing partner Matt Fitzpatrick shaking his head and smiling, John Rahm shaking his head and smiling, and Victor Hovland shaking his head and smiling. Ian Carter.
It was a truly incredible shot from about 80 feet from the left of the green, and from bedlam to utter silence now for Matt Fitzpatrick's chip from the rough. Will this go in? Oh, very nearly. It just ran by the right edge at a rate of knots, but that was just an incredible shot, Andrew McGee, from Rory McIlroy. He is just such a talented golfer, and it now means that Patrick Cantlay has to hole this putt to win the hole for the United States and take it down the 18th all square.
Yeah, what supreme touch from Rory McIlroy, a big swing, open-bladed club, using those grooves to swipe right underneath it and put all that spin on a 1-2 stop by the hole.
Right next to the hole, right next to the hole. It was conceded by Patrick Cantlay, and now the key moment here, because if Cantlay misses this putt, then all the Americans can get out of this match is half a point. They'd be 1 down with 1 hole to play. Rose and McIntyre beating Thomas and Spieth today, but American victories in the first 2 4-balls. Burns and Morikawa 4 and 3 on Hovland and Aubert, and then Homer and Harmon 2 and 1 on Fleetwood and Højgaard. So this is Europe's attempt to level up the session. This is America's attempt to keep alive their hopes of winning the session. And the overall score, 10.5, 4.5, 14.5 points, the golden number for Europe tomorrow. Can they get it up a little bit further? Can they get to 11.5? Well, a lot depends on this putt after a brilliant tee shot from Patrick Cantlay, which has gone to no more than 8 feet. He's over it now. The green all in shade. Silence all around. Cantlay stares down the hole. Now he sends the putt down the slope towards the hole and nervously into the hole. That's 2 holes running where Patrick Cantlay has come up with the goods and is ensured that this match goes to the 18th all square.
Just one, Ian, because if people have been listening to us all day, Patrick Cantlay has had all sorts of stories swirling around him. Like, he's not happy. He wants to be paid for the Ryder Cup. He's part of a fractured USA team. He sits in a different locker room with Xander Schauffele. All of this stuff that has been rumoured, which people close to him have denied. But he has been, maybe along with Max Homer, the most solid of the American players.
Yeah, he has played. He has played really, really well, and I'm being assaulted by
just going under quite a bit of pressure from Liverpool early on. Now just breaks the ball out here to
ropes on the 18th, as you can imagine. It's absolute bedlam here. But anyway, the point is, you're right. There's been an
Tottenham just winning the ball there through Bissouma. Centre defence just coming under a bit of pressure here from Liverpool's attack. Now Liverpool will regain possession again in the centre of play, but Spurs will break quickly. Son has a lot of options here. He'll break down the centre of play, breaking into Liverpool's own half. Passes the ball down to Richarlison. Switches the ball into the centre, but that's cleared away by Virgil van Dijk. And now Salah will be in a big tussle there with Bissouma, and it's Salah that wins that race. And Salah with a through ball. He tries to play Gakpo through, but Gakpo knew he was offside and so didn't even bother chasing the ball, but it still harried the Tottenham goalkeeper Vicario into some pressure to clear the ball away. Now Jones passes the ball out to Liverpool's left flank here. It's a fast and furious start. It was Luis Diaz that was breaking down the left wing, but a good challenge.
Both teams unbeaten
from the hosts, just to
both averaging 2.5 goals a game. It could not be set up any better, Stephen Warner.
No, it couldn't, and this has started so well, this game, end to end, as Andrew Robertson bursts down that left-hand side.
Gets a cross in, but Spurs deal with it and then clear away through Kulusevski for a throw to Liverpool, midway inside the Spurs half on the left. Fast start here, wide open. That's exactly what you predicted when we were having our lunch downstairs as Salah goes into the penalty area. Chance here for Liverpool, deflected wide. Corner from the right-hand side.
Oh, brilliant defending from Porro. He had to get it right. The pull back from Salah was into the feet of Diaz. He just thought he had an empty net to put it into to get his shot away. Porro makes sure he gets goal side. It's a great tackle, and it's such an important tackle as well.
Liverpool all in red, kicking from left to right as we look at it towards the south stand. 17,500 fans packed into what I think is the best stand in world football. I think it's absolutely terrific. Corner from the right-hand side. Going to be taken by Andrew Robertson, who backs away 3 paces towards the advertising hoarding. Right arm in the air, in it comes, near post, flicked on, chance for McAllister with the volley, wide of the goalkeeper's left-hand post, and it's behind for a goal kick to Spurs, and they take it quickly and take it short. It's Vicario in goal for Spurs, across the back, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven and Udogie. Bissouma and Sarr holding, Maddison just ahead, and then Kulusevski, Richarlison, who is playing out on the left, and Son through the middle at the moment. We mentioned that as Liverpool get possession, win possession through Gakpo, 30 yards from the Spurs goal. Now it's Salah in the penalty area. Good challenge, only as far as Gomez. Square ball intercepted. Spurs come away. 100 miles an hour this game. Spurs win the free kick midway inside their own half. And Gomez tried to stop them taking it quickly, and now Salah does. And there was a little bit of a heated exchange in the middle of that, but it's been calmed down by the referee, Simon Hooper, and it will be this free kick for Spurs midway inside their own half.
What a start to a game, so frantic, 100 mile an hour. Liverpool trying to press Tottenham. They know that they want to play up from the back. They're testing how good they are at playing out from the back, because we know that forward line from Liverpool can press. They can do it extremely well. But when Tottenham have had the opportunity to break, they broke extremely well. That speed of Son and Kulusevski, and now Richarlison off the left. This is just set up for a magnificent game of football.
Coverage continues of the Ryder Cup on 5 Sports Extra. We'll be back with Ian Carter for an update as soon as we know what's happening on 18. What a super start for Europe. Heading into the singles tomorrow, you can hear every shot here on 5 Live. And Spurs have a throw-in on the halfway line. 0-0. We've had 5 minutes at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. A slip up from Manchester City means that Liverpool can go top of the table. Both of these sides unbeaten now. We were just talking beforehand. Spurs win, and then we're thinking, wow, could Spurs mount a challenge? Let's get an update from Ian Carter at the Ryder Cup in Rome.
It's the par 5 18th, and it's advantage America, who've just levelled this match at all square. Both American drives in the fairway, both Rory McIlroy going left and Matt Fitzpatrick going right, have missed the fairway. They're in the rough, and it's highly unlikely they can reach the green in 2.
Thank you, Ian. Coverage continues on 5 Sports Extra on BBC Sounds, and we are live on BBC Sounds with Spurs versus Liverpool, where the ball just went out of play as Udogie tried to get a cross in from the left-hand side. It dribbled out of play just. Assistant's flag went up quickly, and it's a goal kick for Liverpool, and Spurs are going to apply the press here with Maddison and Son, and Liverpool going to try and play around it, and they have. McAllister, that was tight on the edge of his own penalty area, and they're still not out, Liverpool. Long ball over the top for Diaz. Was that a little shove in the back of the defender there? Referee says no. Spurs defending deep and back to their goalkeeper, Vicario, who all in pale blue will again play it short, and it is exciting watching both of these two teams press and both of them trying to play out of it. Bissouma does really well into the feet of Maddison, who picks up a little pocket, drops a shoulder, goes around Jones, who just pulls him back, and it is a free kick for Spurs.
Well, he's gone for the goal. Maddison, he saw Alisson up his line, didn't quite work for him. There's the confidence of James Maddison, just that belief in his own ability. Not many players on the pitch would have had a look at Alisson, but he straight away picked his head up, thought he can chip him, didn't quite get his technique right.
Yeah, he duffed it, didn't he? Just pulled it in a golfing term. Pulled it short and left, and it was comfortable for Alisson in the end, but it does just show the vision he's got, doesn't it? Spurs, by the way, Vicario in goal. No, I've given their team. Liverpool, Alisson in goal. From right to left, Gomez as Gakpo goes up for a header. It's one at the back by Van der Ven, and now Udogie has got it in the left-back position and takes it round Salah. He's done really well there. Udogie plays the ball down the line, which is intercepted by Matip, but Matip had time to take a touch and didn't, and he's given it straight to Maddison. And now they might break here, Spurs over the halfway line. Out on the right-hand side, it's Kulusevski. Son is in the middle. He's into the penalty area. It's a shot. Good block from Virgil van Dijk. And now Diaz picks it up for Liverpool, deep in his own half on the left-hand side. And now they'll play out again, Liverpool here with McAllister and Andy Robertson. So, Van Dijk and Matip, the centre-backs, Gomez right back, and Andy Robertson at left-back as Salah picks up possession 10 yards inside the Spurs half on the right-hand side. Goes back, nice and calm to Szoboszlai, who's in that midfield along with Curtis Jones and Alexis McAllister. Salah on the right picks it up here for Liverpool, running into the penalty area. Low ball in. It's clever, looking for Curtis Jones, but it was intercepted. Looking for Diaz rather, but it was intercepted, and Maddison picks it up. Can't possibly play at this pace for the whole game, either of these two teams. Spurs are in possession with Kulusevski 10 yards inside the Liverpool half. Maddison, Bissouma in the centre circle. And now they'll just reset. Liverpool have everyone behind the ball for a moment. And then the front three, Diaz, Gakpo and Salah, with Alisson in goal, of course. And Spurs are in possession, and it's 0-0, 5 live. BBC Sounds, golf continuing on 5 Sports Extra, and we'll have the updates as soon as we know what's going on that 18th hole. Here, it's Salah on the right. It's a good challenge from Udogie, who really had his work cut out against Arsenal at the weekend, and this will be an interesting battle for the 20-year-old.
I will indeed, but what he's shown so far in this game is that he's got an eye to go forward, sees that. There is an opportunity to Salah to cheat a little bit by just playing beyond him and not quite tracking him back, but he's shown early on in this game he's got the athleticism to get back in, and he's not afraid of the challenge of Mohamed Salah.
Spurs just one win in all competitions against Liverpool in the last 23. Liverpool have had the upper hand. They won here last season by 2-1. Mo Salah scored both goals on that day as Gakpo's just down on the deck. He's got a shoelace, I think. He's sorted it out. He's back up on his feet with his white boots, and he's trying to apply some pressure in the middle to Sarr, wearing the number 8. Spurs in possession in the centre circle. Sarr again. It's so tight, but they've done so well to wriggle free of the Liverpool players there and find some space for Maddison. And And now for Richarlison on the left-hand side. He's going to go down the left. Oh, the keeper's left it. And almost Kulusevski stealing in at the far post. Almost knocked it in. But that was surely an error of judgment from Alisson just for a moment. And Ange Postecoglou has got his head in his hands.
Well, to be honest, John, I think it's a call by Alisson to not push the ball out into an area where there was bodies of Spurs players running in. And it's actually as Richarlison goes down the left-hand side. If he does push it out, Son's there. And Udogie, the left-back, has also gone into the central striker position. But it's positive from Spurs. Lovely football in the midfield. They're outnumbering Liverpool in that midfield. They're not afraid of the press. They believe that they can play round it.
Kulusevski, I don't think, expected Alisson to leave it either, and that's why he didn't gamble. Spurs have got possession, halfway line, with Sarr, plenty of time and space. Liverpool letting Tottenham have it there at the moment. It's back with Romero. And now they've picked off possession here with Diaz, Liverpool. Lovely little Cruyff turn, and he's gone round his man. Now he's up against Sarr. Sarr muscles him out of it there, Diaz. And it's come off Diaz, and that's a free kick. Foul by Diaz in the end, says Simon Hooper, and it's a free kick to Spurs, and they've taken it quickly in a deep area.
Brilliant from Basuma. He lost the ball initially to Diaz, and then Diaz just sold Romero with a Cruyff, and it was Basuma who was back at him, making sure he got close to him.
Van de Ven down the left-hand side for Spurs. Tries to play a through ball, but it's intercepted. McAllister into the feet of Matip. Gomez. Nice football from Liverpool, and now they have it with Szoboszlai on the halfway line. Plays a long crossfield ball, right-footed, the 22-year-old. It's a beautiful ball, and it picks out Diaz. Chance here, Robertson, Gakpo chance, save, and now Robertson saved again. Brilliant double save by Vicario, corner for Liverpool.
What a spectacle this is, from one end to the other, the way that Tottenham went forward, Liverpool intercept. Szoboszlai with an outstanding ball to the left-hand side to Diaz, and Diaz, he drives at Porro and he gets him in a 2v1 situation. They expect Robertson to take a touch. He doesn't. He feeds it inside to Gakpo, who takes a poor touch. It allows Vicario to stand tall. He gets back onto his feet, and then he makes another save from Andrew Robertson. He's gone unnoticed this season, Vicario, but he's had a great start to his Tottenham career.
Liverpool corner. It's going to be taken right-footed. In it comes, headed away at the near post by Sarr. Only as far as the halfway line, and Robertson, who dinks a ball out onto the left-hand side for Liverpool. Diaz scrapping for the ball, out for a Liverpool throw. Update from the Ryder Cup in Rome. Ian Carter.
Second shots have taken place on the 18th. No balls on the green. Rory McIlroy, greenside bunker. Patrick Cantlay, arguably best placed, but a nice layup from Matt Fitzpatrick. He can go for it with his third shot, and Wyndham Clark has missed way to the right of this 18th green. All square coming down the final hole.
Oh, those approaches sound fascinating. Who can get the birdie and take the point or the half? We'll let you know, of course, and coverage continues on 5 Sports Extra on BBC Sounds, and as Kulusevski goes down, and it's a free kick for Tottenham, and it's a position to cross from the right-hand side. We've had no goals, and we've had 14 minutes on 5 Live.
Yeah, well, they don't take that option. They want to play football, Tottenham. They want to continue to try and cause Liverpool problems. John, this has just been electric. We've had 14 minutes. I can't catch my breath. I don't know how the players are feeling on the pitch. This is 100 mile an hour, but 100 miles an hour of quality.
Ball's out for a Liverpool throw midway inside their own half. So let's update the rugby with Sarah Orchard.
Half-time, Fiji 0, Georgia 9. 3 penalties slotted by the Georgians is the difference. Fiji are all at sea. Any chance of knocking Australia out of those quarterfinals at this stage, at the moment, not looking likely. Fiji 0, Georgia 9.
Thank you, Sarah.
Did you see that with Klopp and Richarlison?
I missed it. I've got the screen in front of me and I missed it. What happened?
He tried to barge Mohamed Salah, and Klopp just looked at him and sort of gave him a look, and Richarlison nodded at him as if to say, yeah, I'm up for this today, ready for this game.
It's the former Everton player as well. Klopp in his lilac hooded top with his hands behind his back, baseball cap on, white trainers. grey jogging bottoms, and Ange Postecoglou in his black suit, black tie. Ball forward from Liverpool is a long ball up towards Diaz, and the foul is given against Diaz, and Romero's down and he's clutching his face, and his face is in the turf. Simon Hooper goes across just to have a word with Romero, and I think they'll call on the physio here. Just watching it again, Diaz goes up and he does take a crack with an elbow which wasn't deliberate, but he does take a good old crack to the side of the head.
Yeah, he does, because Diaz goes up early, and then, say, the height of Romero compared to Diaz in the air, he just catches a flailing arm to the face. There's nothing in it at all. Correct decision from Simon Hooper to give the free kick, but no other action taken.
And he is back up on his feet, Romero, and he didn't require any treatment. 0-0 between Spurs and Liverpool. It's a free kick for Spurs, 5 yards inside their own half, on the edge of the centre circle. Here they are with Basuma in the centre, who has been very good of late for Spurs in there. They all seem to be enjoying themselves under Postecoglou at the moment. And now they've got some room down the right-hand side. It's with Kulusevski. Early ball into the middle towards Son. Well read by Matip, but his clearance only finds Kulusevski again. And there's the appeal for handball against Virgil van Dijk. And it's a corner for Spurs. They'll have a look at it.
I think the first and foremost, is it in the penalty area? Van Dijk straight away, he waved at the fans as if to say not a chance. The arm's tucked in at the side. He actually makes sure that he doesn't bring that arm out. 100% not a penalty.
Corner for Spurs, which Maddison goes across to take. On the far side, so it'll be a right-footed away swinger. There are 5 white shirts, 6 white shirts in the penalty area. In it comes, near post. 2 Spurs players go for it, kind of get in each other's way. And McAllister clears, but only as far as another white shirt. Spurs taking their time here on the right-hand side with a chance to cross maybe from Maddison. But no, he decides to go backwards. They're keeping the ball. They might well fancy a switch of play here. Here's Van de Ven. Puts a ball in towards the penalty area, but it's over here and it's through to Alisson. Update, Ian Carter at the Ryder Cup.
Wyndham Clark chipping to try and make a birdie at the closing hole. Fails. Rory McIlroy has hit his bunker shot. It's not a good one. He's about 20 feet away. The crucial shot coming. Patrick Cantlay chipping from the side of the green for the 3rd shot for the Americans. It's advantage USA in this bottom match right now.
Oh, it's tense. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Where would you rather be, in front of the telly watching it, or here?
I'd rather be here, listening to Ian.
Correct.
Here is Szoboszlai for Liverpool. Low cross in. Chances here. Here's a shot from Jones, deflected wide. And it's a corner for Liverpool again. They were wide open then, Spurs.
Yeah, they want offside. It's not offside, though. The run's timed to perfection. In behind by Szoboszlai. And you just look at the way Liverpool are flooding numbers forward into the box. But Pape Sarr, he does so well, because he thinks that Curtis Jones is just getting a free shot at goal. He throws his body in front of the line of the ball. It is an outstanding block from Pape Sarr.
It's the voice of former Liverpool defender / winger Stephen Warnock on 5 Live, and it's a corner on the left-hand side for Liverpool. Going to be taken by Robertson. Good delivery. Matip wins the header. Important for Udogie to get a foot in. Now they might break here, Spurs. They've got it on the left-hand side. Ball attempted to be played down. The line is intercepted, so it's a throw-in for Spurs inside the Liverpool half. Ian Carter come in Rome.
Terrible shot from Patrick Cantlay, got way too much of it. He's put it 40 feet beyond the hole. He's now deferring to his partner to get the par first before he goes for the birdie putt. Real slip up from Cantlay though.
We'll keep you bang up to date with that. It's on BBC Sounds as well on 5 Sports Extra, and here it is. Spurs 0, Liverpool 0, and we're approaching 20 minutes of the match. It's been very even so far, Stephen.
It has. I'm just watching the body language of, another opportunity for Spurs to press. You think of James Maddison last week away at Arsenal, where he got caught on the ball. McAllister twice now has been caught on the ball as Liverpool break.
Gomez strokes it through towards Gakpo. Wow, it's really good pace there from Van de Ven, who mopped up brilliantly and knocked it back to his goalkeeper.
Well, you just wouldn't think he'd have that pace, Van de Ven. I've seen him a few times this season. and he's sluggish for the first yard or two, but once he gets going, wow, he can motor. Gakpo thought he was in behind, and Van de Ven just put the afterburners on. The Tottenham fans react and sing his song. They love him.
There's Van de Ven in possession now. 22-year-old left-footed Netherlands centre-back, signed from Wolfsburg. It's with Vicario, who's made a really good double save, did really well to get back up for the second effort from Robertson around 5 or 6 minutes ago. And here's Robertson down the left for Liverpool in an attacking space, trying to go round the outside there. But Porro, the Spaniard, gets a right foot in and puts it out for a throw-in, level with the 18-yard box on the left-hand side for Liverpool. Thrown in towards Diaz in the penalty area. Little square ball. Gakpo back to goal. Salah with the effort, left-footed. But as you can hear, it's over the crossbar. Salah wants a corner here. He thinks there was a little deflection on it, and he's really protesting to Simon Hooper. But it is a goal kick for Spurs, which they've already taken.
Yeah, it did look like it took an ever so small deflection. Salah was furious. I thought you could hear it off the ball as well as he hit it, that there was some type of deflection on it. He's having to come a little bit narrower, Mohamed Salah, just to get involved in the game.
The ball is midway inside the Spurs half, and Liverpool have it. Here's Salah on the right-hand side. He's got a chance to go at Udogie here. Plays a little ball for Gomez. At the byline, flashes across the 6-yard box. Nobody there. Update at the goal. Ian Carter.
Unbelievable, John. Patrick Conte has slotted that putt from over 40 feet. So the birdie's in the bank, and now the Europeans can't win this match. Rory McIlroy and Matt Fitzpatrick have birdie putts to get a half for Europe.
How big are the putts, Ian?
Saying, well, there's big booing going on now because something's going on to put the players off, and the putts, well, McIlroy I'd say is around about 20 feet. They're both similarly around 20 feet.
Come on, fellas. Not one of those in. It continues on 5 Sports Extra on BBC Sounds. And as soon as we roll in one of those 20-footers, we'll be back with Ian. I'm thinking positive as Spurs are in possession deep in their own half with Van de Ven. Bissouma into Sarr, and now Romero back to Ian.
Rory McIlroy for birdie from 20 feet up the hill. Can he halve this match? It looks good, but no, it doesn't drop. So it's going to come down to Matt Fitzpatrick and his 20-footer to try and save a half for Europe.
Spurs in possession with their goalkeeper Vicario. 0-0, 23 minutes gone. Massive for both of these unbeaten teams in the Premier League. It's great watching both of them try and play around the press. It's
superb. The movement of Bissouma is so clever. Maddison as well comes in to make a 3, then it asks questions of Gakpo.
Spurs in possession. Back to Ian in Rome.
So this is the moment. Matt Fitzpatrick, can he get the half? The ball's on its way, heading towards the hole. Has he given it enough? No, he hasn't. It's a point for America. And Patrick Cantlay with an extraordinary putt on the 18th has snatched it. And boos are ringing all around Finca Courtesan. You don't want to hear that at the end of an extraordinary day, but it means that Europe will take a 10.5, 5.5 lead into the final day of the Ryder Cup.
Thank you, Ian. At Marco Simone, and we've just had a yellow card for Curtis Jones here, and they're just having a look at it, the VAR. He got a yellow card. Bissouma and Jones it was. What do you make of this? Well, ooh, yeah, Bissouma's ankle's gone sideways.
Yeah, but the big thing is VAR is slowing it down now on this incident, but what they're not slowing it down on is the initial contact. Now he gets the top of the ball, Curtis Jones, and then his foot goes over, and now Simon Hooper is being asked to go to the VAR screen.
Well, Jurgen Klopp isn't happy about it. He does get the ball, as Stephen mentioned, goes over the top of the ball, connects, and they're just going to use the freeze frame for now. They're just using the freeze frame. That's all Simon Hooper's looking at, of Curtis Jones' foot going over the top of the ball. He's just stretched for the ball, planted it on the inside of the ankle of Sarr. Bissouma, sorry. And what's he going to do here, Simon Cooper? He's going to his pocket. He's gone. Curtis Jones has been sent off for Liverpool. He's had another look at it, and he's decided that it's dangerous. And Liverpool are down to 10. Stephen, what do you think?
I think it's very harsh. I think what you're looking at is the slow motion. Curtis Jones, he goes onto the ball, onto the top of the ball. But what people will see is they'll see that slow motion of the ankle. I understand why the Spurs fans are so disappointed in that tackle. But everything looks worse, slowed down in slow motion. He gets the ball. Jurgen Klopp is on our screens now, and he's saying exactly the same thing. That he's hit the ball first and then rolled over onto the ankle of Bissouma. But this is how a game can change. This can change everything.
Well, the boos you heard were for Jones coming off because they showed the incident again on the big screens here inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Well, they did, and they showed in slow motion Jones' foot bouncing off the top of the ball and then impacting Bissouma's right ankle. And it does look bad because Bissouma's ankle really is planted, his studs are planted, and you see a real bend in the ankle. Well, I imagine every Spurs fan will think that's a straight red. Every Liverpool fan will think it's harsh, and everyone else might well be split down the middle 50-50. It's one of those, I can see it from both sides.
Can as well. I totally understand that. I do think it's harsh, and I do understand that, but I understand from Simon Hooper's perspective is he's thinking, is that endangering the opposition? I think there's a way of endangering an opposition player. I don't feel that is the type of challenge that does.
So as a player there, what's he tried to do in that moment? I mean, it's a split second.
He's for the ball, and he's tried to get the ball, and he's made contact with the ball, but then his foot rolls off the top of the ball, which will actually speed your foot up because you're not out of control, but you're off balance ever so slightly, which will push off the ball quicker into the opposition player. It's a very, very difficult decision. I would hate to be a referee in that particular instance because it's so hard to call.
It's going to be interesting hearing what pundits far and wide think of that red card, but Liverpool are down to 10. Spurs can go second with a win. Their record against Liverpool is poor. This is a real opportunity for Ange Postecoglou, a Liverpool fan as a kid, with the posters up on his walls in his bedroom. All, of course, out of the window now as Maddison picks up possession in the centre. And just with his laces, plays a beautiful ball out to the right-hand side. Kulusevski, oh, lovely dancing feet. Puts in a shot left-footed, but he was a little bit off balance and it's been blocked, and Liverpool have possession with Diaz trying to bring the ball away. Spurs win the ball back. They've got it on the halfway line with Romero. And now with Porro. The atmosphere inside here is something else now. That's really fired up these Tottenham fans, the red card. All in black runs away to his right, puts the ball down the line towards Gakpo. Is that overhit, or can Gakpo fetch it? He can't, and it's a throw-in for Spurs. What do Liverpool do now? I mean, they're very good on the break, we know that, but what's the plan?
Well, they've gone to a 4-4-1. Mohamed Salah's now gone central. Gakpo's playing off the left. Szoboszlai alongside McAllister and Diaz off that left-hand side. So it shows you where Liverpool are at the moment. They'll look to counter-attack. They'll look to use Salah's pace in behind. This is going to be a long afternoon.
Maddison, edge of the box, left-footed. Alisson saves. One for the cameras, away to his right-hand side. It was a nice height for him, but a nice little 1-2 in the build-up, and Maddison gets into a good little pocket. It's a good effort.
Yeah, lovely link-up play between Maddison and Porro. But Alisson, he's almost on his 6-yard box. Great positional sense, makes the goal smaller, makes the save look easier. But they will find it easy to get through Liverpool. They'll find it more gaps on the pitch. Now it's for Liverpool to try and retain possession when they get on the ball.
Liverpool in possession on the left-hand side with Diaz, and they've got players forward here. Robertson's gone down the outside. It's not a good ball from Diaz. He waited too long. Robertson almost ran offside, so to stop himself going offside, he put the brakes on and slipped. And now here comes Spurs after that Liverpool attack, and they've got some space. Really well read from Matip, the through ball though, and I think that might be a Liverpool throw in. It is midway inside their own half on the right-hand side. Half an hour gone. Spurs 0, 10-man Liverpool 0.
What did Kulusevski do? Rode out 3 or 4 challenges and then switched the play. James Maddison looking for that killer ball through the middle, and it was on because Joe Gomez hadn't filled in. Joel Matip did extremely well to read the situation.
Of course, Liverpool have already won with 10 this season at Newcastle. 2-1 after Virgil van Dijk was sent off on 28 minutes, about the same as this game here. So they've done it once already this season. Nunez scoring twice in that win after Anthony Gordon had given Newcastle the lead. Spurs in possession. Liverpool going to let them have it, as Stephen has said, and go into 2-4s with Salah up on his own through the middle. So it's about discipline now for Liverpool and trying to hit on the break. Richarlison into the feet of Kulusevski, and now Liverpool try and break with Diaz, but Spurs win possession. Ooh, that was close to Sarr losing it in the middle of the park, but he's striding forward through the middle. Spurs still in possession. Maddison 20 yards from goal, little through ball, trying to find a white shirt, intercepted. Maddison has it back 25 yards from goal, into the feet. Now here's Richarlison, big chance, left foot shot over the crossbar. 0-0, 32 minutes gone. Let's get an update from the Rugby World Cup. Sarah Orchard.
Full C match, Fiji 7, Georgia 9, 52 minutes on the clock. Fijians down to 14, but scoring through their captain, Naya Salevu. It means finally they're firing a shot in this match. It's Fiji 7, Georgia 9.
Richarlison just leaning back as he hit it there, Stephen.
Yeah, ever so slightly. His first touch wasn't the greatest. It just didn't set him enough. He had to readjust his feet. But pass from James Maddison. Talk about splitting the lines, putting pace on the pass to make sure that you get through that Liverpool midfield. It's a delight to watch James Maddison. He's so confident on the ball.
And this suits him. He's brilliant in tight areas. When the game's stretched, you see your Sons come into their own, don't you? But when it's tight, when a team sits in, he's fantastic. As Salah plays a ball through towards Diaz, right-footed, and scores! The flag's gone up. It won't count. They'll check it, but my eye said he was just offside, Diaz. It's a wonderful right-footed finish. It's a lovely ball from Salah, but I think he was just off, Steve.
Yeah, straight away I thought he's gone too early. He didn't need to go too early. Great work by Salah down the left-hand side. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, it's even closer than we thought. It's Romero's right leg that could be playing Diaz on. There's loud cheers gone up, but it will go to VAR. Mohamed Salah's looking at the referee saying, you've got that decision wrong. It's not though.
How? The lines haven't gone down. If you look at the stripes of the pitch, he's onside.
Yeah, but then when the lines are done properly and you get them in the VAR booth, he must be offside, so you have to accept that. That's part and parcel of it. But what I will say, John, is there's the danger for Spurs. If they do commit players forward and they leave themselves empty at the back, they could be in trouble. You're not convinced, are you?
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. They've obviously got the tech, and they've had a look at it, not for long, but they had a look at it, and they deemed it being offside. Live, thought it was offside, and then as soon as I've seen the freeze frame, he looks comfortably on.
Yeah, big decision, but as I say, they've got the right technology in there. I think the one thing that we do look at with VAR is that it is more off. Well, it is correct. It's matter of fact, isn't it? So that's okay. We accept those decisions.
Ball's out of play. Allison just overhits the puck. Richarlison. Maddison plays a lovely ball. Richarlison. Goal! Son! Scores for Tottenham. Flag stays down. And moments after, Liverpool have one disallowed for offside. Spurs take the lead. And it's Son again. 6 in his last 4 matches. It's Spurs 1, Liverpool 0.
Well, Son will get all the plaudits, but he's not the one who should. The ball from Maddison is simply sublime. He splits the defence of Liverpool. Joe Gomez switches off for a split second, and the pass tempts Alisson out. Alisson makes the decision to come out to try and close the angle down. It's the wrong decision because he leaves Son with an empty goal. Son gets in front of Joel Matip and Van Dijk, and it's a simple tap in for Son at the back post. Far too easy for Spurs.
3 brilliant touches. Maddison's pass is ridiculous, as Stephen has just said. Richarlison's square ball with the outside of his right foot is very, very good. And then Son, right place, right time, first time finish, is fantastic. The Spurs captain scores again. And this place is absolutely bouncing. 1-0 Spurs.
John, I've been here numerous times. I've never heard it like this. The atmosphere before the game and during the game is completely different. They understand what Postecoglou is trying to achieve here. They accept that there's risk within the way that they play football. But just listen to that atmosphere.
More Premier League football commentaries than anyone else. 5 Live, bringing you this huge game. That goal will put Spurs above Arsenal if it stays like this, into second in the Premier League after Manchester City lost earlier on. Liverpool, with a win, can go top of the Premier League for the first time since September the 25th, 2021, when they drew with Brentford. They're in possession. Gakpo, Gomez in the penalty area, can't sort his feet out. Challenge comes in, corner for Liverpool. They're still having a go. 1-0 down and down to 10.
Oh, they will have a go because they've got players that are capable of changing the game. It just falls to the wrong person in the box. It goes into Joe Gomez. Gomez feels that he gets the ball before Van de Ven. He wants something more. Joe Gomez, he feels that he gets the first initial touch. It's very, very close, isn't it, John?
Tight.
He doesn't get the ball. He doesn't get the ball, Van de Ven, and that's what Joe Gomez is asking. He's asking why it's not getting reviewed. He feels like it's a penalty.
No VAR check. Robertson with the corner from the right-hand side, an in-swinger, in it comes, header at the near post, away by Spurs, throw in for Liverpool, level with the penalty spot on the right-hand side. I think Liverpool fans listening, watching, doing a bit of both, I think will feel like they've been on the end of maybe 3 decisions which could have gone the other way in this game. Red card for Curtis Jones, the offside, and then that one as Gomez takes the long throw near post. Richarlison with the header partially clear, and now Doggy gets a little clip from McAllister. That'll be a yellow card, and he knows it, McAllister, the number 10 for Liverpool, as he jogs back towards the halfway line. And there's a player in the book for Liverpool.
Yeah, he doesn't even contest it, does he, McAllister? He knows that Doggy's away, he has to make the foul. It's cynical from McAllister. It's very clear that he catches the ankle of Doggy.
In the Ryder Cup, Europe 10.5, USA 4.5. And Spurs are in possession. 10 yards inside the Liverpool half. Sorry, 10.5, 5.5. As Szoboszlai in possession in his own penalty area for Liverpool. Gets it to Gakpo, midway inside the Spurs half on the left-hand side. And Gomez will go all the way back to Alisson. 5 minutes to the break. Tottenham leading by Son goal. Good challenge, goes in from Romero, into Son, edge of the penalty area, inside the D, gets it to Richarlison. Richarlison trying to work a shot on his left foot. One-handed save, just packs it down, Alisson, and claims it into his chest.
Just quicker to every ball at the moment, Tottenham. They're making sure that they're on the front foot. They're dominating in midfield. And Liverpool break now through Salah.
Salah trying to get hold of it, but Van de Ven with some nice defending in the right back spot. Salah trying to get a little foot in. He's done so well. So good in this first half. Van de Ven for Tottenham Hotspur.
Hugely impressive player. When you're watching Van de Ven, you look at speed and pace and understanding of where the ball might go, what you're trying to achieve, how to cover your fellow centre-back. Very impressed so far.
The noise. It's quite something. The Van de Ven song going around the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium again. Sarr in possession for Spurs. Romero 5 yards inside his own half. Strokes it along the turf to the lip of the centre circle to Son back to goal. His pass around the corner is intercepted. And it's a throw in for Spurs on the right-hand side. Diaz went to ground. They felt it should have been a free kick. The Liverpool supporters who are tucked into the corner, away to my left-hand side, in that bottom tier. And they'll be feeling mightily aggrieved, I would have thought, so far in the game. It's a much different game now. Curtis Jones isn't on the pitch anymore. It was back and forth, and now it's Spurs with the majority of the possession, as you'd imagine, and Liverpool trying to hit them on the break. Half-time, we're going to have reaction from Rome at the Ryder Cup. We'll hear from Luke Donald. We'll also hear from the Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag, as well as here comes Spurs. Forward, Son in the penalty area, back to goal with good feet. Here's a chance. Richarlison hits the post. Hits the base of Alisson's left-hand post. The ball's still alive. Maddison's got it. The flag's gone up on the far side, and it's an offside. And Liverpool will breathe again. They've got a free kick inside the penalty area. Stephen Warnock.
Well, Tottenham are just getting in at will. It's far too easy for them, but I was just about to say to you before you sort of mentioned the going to Rome and to get an update, I was going to say a year ago, maybe 6 months ago, Tottenham going down or going ahead with a numerical advantage, they'd have struggled. They wouldn't have known how to go after a game, how to take the game to the opposition and to dominate possession. This is a completely different team. They're sensing blood, they smell it, and they're going after it.
Bissouma into the chest of Sarr. Liverpool win possession with McAllister. This is fascinating. As Liverpool now, they look a threat on the break. Liverpool with 10, as you'd imagine. They've got it on the left with Diaz. Strong challenge. Goes in, and it's out for a throw into Liverpool near the halfway line on the left-hand side. 1-0 Spurs. Earlier, Aston Villa 6, Brighton 1. Who saw that coming? Richarlison in possession, left-hand side. It's Arsenal winning 4-0 at Bournemouth. Spurs above. Arsenal in the table as it stands, as Maddison puts it into the feet of Son around the corner. It's nice football in and around the edge of the D in that 25 to 30 yards out pocket. They're getting some joy, our Spurs, with Maddison and Son and Richarlison. But Liverpool have possession, moving over the halfway line with pace, with Robertson. Gets it to Diaz on the left. He goes on the overlap, but then checks Robertson. Diaz still in possession, comes infield, midway inside the Spurs half, strokes it to McAllister, and they've got a rare bit of possession here, Liverpool, just to have a bit of a breather, as Van Dijk to Matip on the halfway line. Now Gomez on the right-hand side, strokes it down the line for Salah. He's got some help here, 2 up with him. Salah into the penalty area, on the right, puts in a cross, blocked by Van de Ven again. Back to Salah though it goes. Gomez is napping there, but he got challenged by Richarlison. Bit clumsy from Richarlison, and it will be a free kick for Liverpool on the right, near the corner of the penalty area.
Yeah, too eager from Richarlison just to pinch the ball away from Joe Gomez. He was slow, Joe Gomez, to react to it, but then just gets his body across. And this could be vitally important for Liverpool. Szoboszlai standing over the ball, got great technical ability from free kick areas. Can he put the right ball in for Van Dijk and Joel Matip to go and attack this ball and get Liverpool back in the game?
6 minutes added time at the end of the first half. Soboslai dinks it into the penalty area. Headed away by Spurs, but only as far as Diaz. And now they're in possession with Gakpo's caught late. Doesn't give the free kick, Simon Hooper. Instead, it's whipped back in towards Matip. Headed up in the air and then cleared. Left-footed, high, downfield by Porro for Spurs. And it's come to Kulusevski on the halfway line. Cuts inside on his left foot. He sees Son in space on the left-hand side. 25 yards from goal. He tries a curler. That was ambitious. Maddison had made a run into the penalty area and is standing on the penalty spot, looking a bit aggrieved there, James Maddison, and Alisson rolls it out.
I think it was for Maddison. I just think he overcooked it, John. I just don't think he got the technique right. It was the right idea, but just the wrong execution. But again, Tottenham on the break. This is completely different. They attack with speed, with the ideas of what they want, where they want to get the ball to, where the spaces are that Liverpool have vacated. Much improved.
Liverpool in possession midway inside the Spurs half on the left-hand side. Soboslai plays it back to Alisson, who's under pressure, and because he's under pressure, he gives the ball straight to Bissouma inside the Liverpool half. Bissouma challenged. Free kick? Yes, says Simon Hooper for Spurs. 5 Live Sport from the BBC. Spurs 1, Liverpool 0. We are a minute and a half into 6 additional minutes at the end of the first half, and Maddison is in possession. Lip of the centre circle, bends a pass out onto the right to Kulusevski. He's orchestrating everything in there at the moment, James Maddison. Picks up possession. Van der Ven, 37, into Bissouma, who was challenged by Curtis Jones in the 26th minute, and it led to a red card for Jones. So Liverpool down to 10 if you're just joining us on BBC Sounds. Take us with you wherever you are, including for the Ryder Cup tomorrow. The coverage is absolutely fantastic. We'll have the reaction from Luke Donald at half-time in this game. 10.5, 5.5. No team has ever come from that far behind, as Sarr fancies a shot here, right-footed, and doesn't get the connection he wanted. It's low, and it's wide of Alisson's left-hand post. He just watches it go by, and it's a goal kick for Liverpool.
Yeah, very speculative from Sarr. Would have to be something special to beat Alisson from that range. But again, I just talk about confidence, and you think, well, there's the confidence. Well, that's not a foul. He's got that wrong as well, Simon Hooper.
Udogie, yellow card for Udogie for his challenge on Gakpo, who is holding his ankle on the floor at the moment. He's not happy about it, Udogie. Stephen, you think first look, he's got that wrong?
Well, I think he wins the ball and then he follows through slightly into the player. It's not a foul, and this is one of the issues that we're having with referees at the moment. They're so quick to blow the whistle to make sure that they're protecting players, but you have to understand that this is a contact sport. You're going to get instances where players are going to get caught and they are going to fall to the ground.
He does win the ball cleanly on the replay. And Liverpool with the free kick from Soboslai switches it out to the far side. Can it be kept in by Diaz? It can, and then nodded out of play by Spurs, and it's a throw into Liverpool deep in Spurs territory. Back it goes to McAllister, who swings a ball to the right to Soboslai. Doesn't need a second invitation to shoot, but instead puts a cross into the box. Van Dijk's there, and now Gakpo, big chance for Liverpool, scores! 1-1, Cody Gakpo again. And the Liverpool fans in the corner celebrate jubilantly. Their team down to 10 have levelled things up just before half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's Spurs 1, Liverpool 1.
Well, Ange Postecoglou will be even more furious now. His team were penalised with a free kick against them, and Liverpool capitalised from it. They keep the ball alive, they feed it to the back post, and it goes to Van Dijk. He does so well just to head the ball back across goal, and it goes towards Joel Matip. He must get a shout from Gakpo, and I actually thought, you've wasted the opportunity. He takes a really poor touch, Gakpo, but as he gets on the ball, he spins, he makes sure he gets his shot, but he actually injures himself in the process, and this is a real concern for Liverpool, because the medical staff are saying that he's almost got his studs caught in the ground as he gets his shot away. But it was a magnificent strike from Gakpo to get it past a cluster of Tottenham players, and also Vicario in the Tottenham goal.
Vicario gets a hand to it. I'm trying to see how he injures himself. Whether he injured himself in the build-up and is just his adrenaline has seen him through striking the ball. But as soon as he hit the net, he went down. Gakpo. And Liverpool's bench, led by Darwin Núñez, erupt onto the edge of the technical area as that goal goes in. And now the noise you can hear is from the Liverpool supporters in the corner away to our left-hand side. All stems from that Udogie free kick, so it's Ange Postecoglou who can feel aggrieved now because Udogie definitely got a touch on the ball and it was just his momentum. His knee actually dropped, I think, onto the foot of the Liverpool player Gakpo. He's probably injured in that moment.
Yeah, Liverpool are down to 9 men now because Gakpo's got to stay off the pitch now for 30 seconds, the allocated time.
So, 2-man advantage for Spurs. Can they make it count? 1 minute of added time remaining at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium before half-time.
Corri attraverso la storia. Corri tra le persone. Immergiti nei colori. Supera i limiti nella città più bella del mondo. Maratona di Gerusalemme, 8 marzo 2024. Unisciti alla corsa.
Stretching 6-yard box, middle of the goal, right foot, his studs have just poked it wide.
Well, James Maddison played an unbelievable ball for the first goal for Tottenham, and Mohamed Salah has just arguably played the pass of the game in behind. Diaz should score, he should do better. He loses Van de Ven at the back post, and he should score. Big opportunity.
It's a terrific chance for Liverpool at the end of a terrific half of football. 1-1 at the break, and you know it's not finished. What a super half of football. Brilliant advert for the Premier League.
Yeah, we need a break, don't we, John? Because this has just been breathtaking. It's been end-to-end football. It's had the sending off. It's Tottenham going ahead. Can they hold on to that lead? Can they extend that lead? They haven't been able to. Liverpool come back into it late on.
Spurs 1, Liverpool 1.
Of football, Liverpool and Tottenham are level at the break. The second half on the way here on 5 Live, and then it's 6:06 with Chris and Robbie. The lines are open. 08085 909 693. At the Rugby Union World Cup today, Argentina beat Chile by 59 points to 5, and Fiji have an opportunity to knock the Aussies out. Are they taking it? Sarah Orchard.
It's taken them a while, but they're getting there. So we're on 69 minutes now. Fiji 17, Georgia 9. Couple of tries in the second half by the Fijians. Nice Alevu, and then the last few minutes, Harbosi have gone over. They've got to get the bonus point wins. They've got to get 4 tries if they're to knock Australia out before the quarterfinals. Still 10 minutes to play. It is Fiji 17, Georgia 9.
So that's on Sports Extra if you want to listen to the conclusion of that, and then Scotland, Romania to come at 8 o'clock tonight on Sports Extra. We will round up the day's Premier League football with Manchester City and Manchester United both losing. Luton getting their first Premier League win of the season at Everton. It was comfortable for Arsenal as they won at Bournemouth. Villa thrashed Brighton 6-1. There were 2-0 wins for West Ham and Newcastle as well. And we will get some reaction from here in Rome on the second day of the Ryder Cup, which has ended. Europe 10.5, the USA 5.5. Europe need 4 more points to win the trophy in the singles tomorrow. We'll hear from Luke Donald after the latest BBC News with Joe Critcher.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
More than 30 Conservative MPs are warning Rishi Sunak they won't back any new policies that increase taxes. The group, including Liz Truss and Dame Priti Patel, have signed a pledge ahead of the Conservative Party conference, which starts tomorrow in Manchester. The coach driver who died when the school bus he was driving overturned on the M53 in Wirral yesterday has been named by police as Stephen Shrimpton. His family say he was a loving husband and father. 15-year-old Jessica Baker was also killed. Leaders of the ASLEF union are refusing to rule out further rail strikes, including over Christmas. The union staging another 24-hour walkout by train drivers today. And the cost of a ticket for next year's Glastonbury Festival has risen to £360. That's £20 more than last year. Co-organiser Emily Evis says fans will need to register in advance and tickets will be on sale from the beginning of November.
It takes just one day to overcome your opponents.
One day to fill your nation with pride.
One day to become a hero. The ICC Men's Cricket World Cup 2023.
Hear every ball, every boundary and every wicket.
Live on the BBC.
And on Thursday morning at 9:30, England face New Zealand in the tournament opener on 5 Sports Extra.
Plus, get the TMS podcast every day throughout the tournament.
Download and subscribe now.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is 5 Live Sport with Mark Chapman.
On 5 Live. Listen on BBC Sounds.
And we have been live in Rome since 6 o'clock this morning for the 44th Ryder Cup, which has ended Europe 10.5, USA 5.5. It has been another dominant display by the Europeans. But you never know just because of this afternoon, Ian Carter.
No, and they do, the Americans have something to cling on to at long last, and it's Patrick Cantlay at the last, the way that he came down those closing stretches of holes, birdieing especially 16, 17 and 18 to give America the slimmest of chances. Tomorrow they will have to do something that no one's done before in a Ryder Cup and come back from more than 4 points down in the singles. They're obviously 5 points behind. An extraordinary day, capped, as I say, by what Cantlay did. You can hear it here. I'm losing my voice given all that was going on down the 18th. Some really nasty kind of booing towards the end of that match as well. The American caddies taking their caps from their head and swinging them around over their head, which is what the European fans have been doing throughout what has been an extremely jubilant and joyous Ryder Cup so far. But now there's a little bit of edge. We'll get into more of that as well in just a moment, Mark.
Yeah, it was a little tasty on the 18th as that final match finished. It meant that the USA took the afternoon 4 balls 3-1. So as I say, 10.5, 5.5 to Europe. Here's Captain Luke Donald on the day with Ailey Barber.
Luke, to have the lead you have right now at the end of 2 days, if you'd been told that at the start of it, how happy would you have been?
Very happy. You know, obviously this last match was a bit of a flip on the US. What an amazing play by Patrick. We had a couple of those yesterday late in the day, so you know those things even out. But we're in a great position. 10.5 points. I would have absolutely taken that come the end of day 2.
It's been perhaps a bit of a feistier day today with the American comeback that you knew, I'm sure, would happen in the afternoon session. A lot of crowd interaction. What do you make of all of that?
It's a passionate event. It's one of the best events in the world. You know, the crowds love it for what it represents. This is an amazing event, and just a pleasure to be able to watch these guys play in this amphitheatre on an amazing place in Rome. So hopefully you know, we can create a little bit of history for ourselves tomorrow.
A lot of names have come in here. They've put on huge performances in the European colours, from the experienced to the rookies. How have you maintained the momentum within these players as it's all gone on?
Yeah, it really comes down to that we're a great core group. You know, we got together a couple of weeks ago for this practice trip, and ever since then we've been a unified team. We know what's at stake, and I feel like everyone is playing their role, playing their part, and everyone has contributed this week so far, which has been amazing.
Doesn't end until the Sunday singles. What's the message for tomorrow?
We go out strong, we get out some blue on the board and get the crowd behind us.
We wish you all the best, Britley. Thank you.
And we'll know the singles lineup a little bit later on here in Rome, and we'll bring them to you here on 5 Live. So the cap waving has all been about, stories go around that Patrick Cantlay won't wear a cap because he's not being paid to play in the Ryder Cup. They're the rumours that are going around. So the European fans have been taunting, I think, that final group. The Americans responded, not only the caddies, but the other teammates, captains, vice-captains. But there was needle in that last game, and there's all sorts of stuff knocking around on social media at the moment.
Yeah, there was needle. We witnessed it on the 8th, Wyndham Clark and Rory McIlroy. McIlroy coming from the other side of the fairway to query a drop that Wyndham Clark was about to make. And at that point, Wyndham Clark said to him, "What are you whining about?" And McIlroy said, "I'm not whining, I just want to play to the rules." And in the end, it was a more disadvantaged drop there. The other thing that we have just seen on social media and is doing the rounds is footage of Rory McIlroy in a very angry altercation. We don't know who that is with. We're just seeing images of it now, but it is as angry. I've never seen him as angry as he is. He looks like he wants to actually have a physical confrontation with whoever is goading him. Or
Shane Lowry's playing the part of Rory. Is not worth it. It's not worth it, Rory.
Shane Lowry is stepping in and ushering him away. It looks like it's happened very close to where the courtesy cars are. We've got to get to the bottom of that. But there is real needle now at the end of this second day of this Ryder Cup. It was a jubilant, triumphant march towards victory for Europe. It's now got an edge. America have the faintest of hopes, but it is a hope, and we're set up for tomorrow with America 5 behind.
So you can watch the highlights, BBC 2 at 8:30. They're on the iPlayer. We'll get the singles in a little while. What time are we on air tomorrow?
That's a good question.
Oh, okay, fine.
Why do people always ask me on a Saturday night what time we're on tomorrow? I have no idea. That's 2 Saturdays running.
Okay, sort of 10 a.m, something like that, I would imagine. We will be on it, maybe a bit earlier. Somebody will tell me in my ear at some point. What did they say? 10 a.m. There we are. That's when we're on. Right. Thank you very much, Ian. Let's go and have some rest. Right. In the Premier League today, Tom Lockyer got Luton's opening goal as they got their first Premier League win on the board. It came at Everton, and Tom Gale spoke to him after the match.
No, it's massive, isn't it? There's a lot of people who've been saying a lot of things. So it's nice to try and silence them a little bit and get the first win on the board. So yeah, it feels really good. Yeah, but we need to try and back that up now, First win's the first win. We want to try and push on now.
You say people have been saying things. A lot of managers say, we don't read the papers or we don't look on social media. Has that been fuel in the dressing room that people have been writing you off or Luton are going straight back down?
It is what you said. We don't try and read things, but people always come to you and say, this has said this. And to be honest, don't really care. We care about what happens in-house, but some things do get back to us. And we use it as a bit of fuel to try and prove everyone wrong.
Talk us through your goal, because obviously you missed a good header just before that, and then that desire just to, striker's instinct to close down Ashley Young in that tight space.
I thought it was a good finish. Poaching is a great opportunity. Really disappointed not to even hit the target with that first one. So when I seen that one then land there and he took a touch, I just thought, there's no way I'm gonna not try and close this down. And thankfully it went in, contribute to the team to help get 3 points and. Premier League goal scorer, it's things you dream of that, maybe don't think will ever happen, but it's a fantastic accolade.
First win for Luton, first defeat for Manchester City. They lost 2-1 at Wolves. Here's the victorious boss, Gary O'Neill.
It's been a tough start, fixtures-wise, Liverpool, Brighton, Man City at home, and then their away games are always tough in the Premier League, so it's not been an easy start. The lads have stayed committed in every game, given everything in every game. Prep went well the last couple of days. Game looked exactly how we expected it to look today. The lads stuck to the plan and delivered a fantastic performance that carried some threat as well as being very solid.
What does that performance today say about Wolverhampton Wanderers this season and you as boss, do you think?
I'm not too sure. I don't think, I'm not out here trying to make big statements. We're just here trying to win a game of football. So we've done that. There's a tough one coming next week. Aston Villa win 6-1, I think, today. So I think they're in the top 4 as well. So that'll be we'll have completed the full set of playing the top 4 next week at home. So another tough game, but yeah, if the prep can go as well as it did and the lads can stick to the plan and find the right structure, and we've got good enough players to cause some problems, yeah.
That 6-1 win for Villa against Brighton included a hat-trick for Ollie Watkins. You can see everything on Match of the Day tonight at 10:30 on BBC One. Another miserable afternoon for Manchester United, beaten 1-0 at home by Crystal Palace. Here's Eric Ten Hag with Rob Schofield.
First, concede the goal. So unnecessary. You have to be more consequent in defending that free kick from the side. And then, we had a lot of the ball, and I think we came in the right positions in their part, also in the final part. But then the decisions on the ball or the movement without ball was not the right one.
Is that where it's mostly going wrong, do you think? Is that clarity of decision making for you?
For this game, definitely. As I said, we came so often in the good positions. We have very good players there, and then either the movement or the decision maker on the ball, or both, were not good enough to create chances. And we did create chances, but then probably we were not clinical enough to finish.
There were boos at the final whistle. I just wanted to ask you, obviously nothing is lost this early in the season, nothing's decided, but how important is it that the fans stay with you through this sticky patch?
It's important, but I can understand the feelings from the fans, that they are very disappointed by the results. We understand that all. We're also disappointed, and we have to change it. So only we can do that by stick together in the team, but also between the fans and the team, of course.
Do you think you'll get angry Manchester United fans on 606, Chris?
I suspect so. Just angry fans from Manchester. It's been a bad day. Who saw Manchester City slipping up?
I don't think City fans are going to be angry, are they, really?
I don't think they'll be happy. They lost at Wolves today and they're out of the Carabao Cup, but that's not been a good few days for Manchester City. They're not having it all their own way, are they?
Think you'll have happy fans?
Happy Wolverhampton fans, happy Luton fans. I mean, I think a lot of people thought they may struggle to win a game in the Premier League, so we want to hear from Luton fans, Villa fans. They must be delighted. Want to hear from Liverpool fans on the Curtis Jones sending off. I thought that was the right decision. I don't know what you thought, Mark. And also, there was an iffy offside. I've got to say, I've not got a ruler to draw lines on, but the Luis Diaz offside, that looked really debatable. I'd love to see that again. What Liverpool fans, how they feel about that.
Okay, Chris and Robbie coming up after the conclusion of Liverpool.
08085 909 693. Sorry.
Well done, getting the hang of it. So you can ring them on that number that Chris got out. The Rugby Union is on Sports Extra. So at the moment, that is Fiji against Georgia, with Fiji 17-9 up. Scotland, Romania is at 8 o'clock. They are back underway at Tottenham. Stephen Warnock and John Akers.
We are back underway in this brilliant game of football. 30 seconds of the second half gone. Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Liverpool all in red, kicking from right to left towards their own supporters down on that bottom tier in the corner, and Spurs kicking towards the south stand, 17,500 straight up from front to back, with them standing, most of them at the moment, and making one heck of a noise. 5 Live Sport with Alisson in possession, all in black for Liverpool. Plays the ball down the right towards Gomez. Gomez battling for the ball. Goes down, free kick. Halfway line, Simon Hooper gives the free kick. Right on the halfway line, right-hand side for Liverpool. And Diego Jota has come on. And it's Cody Gakpo who has made way. He got an injury in a challenge with Udogie. Udogie was booked. He got the ball, Udogie. It was in the build-up to the Liverpool goal, and he's had to go off at half-time. So Jota's playing on the right, Salah's through the middle, Diaz on the left, and with former Liverpool defender Stephen Warnock.
Well, I thought Diogo Jota might have gone through the middle and Salah out onto the right-hand side again, but they haven't. They've kept it that way, perhaps because of the defensive capabilities of Diogo Jota and Salah's ability to find space in behind, and also for such a small guy, his retention of the ball, holding the ball up, is extremely good. But from Jurgen Klopp's point of view, much of the same as what happened when you went down to 10 men. Be dangerous on the break. Postecoglou, I think they've got to use the ball a little bit better in the final third, but they are definitely causing Liverpool major problems.
Here are Spurs, down the right-hand side, in an attacking position. Kulusevski whipped in right-footed by Sarr, and it's gone out for a throw-in off a Liverpool player to Spurs. They've got it near the halfway line with Romero, and now inside the centre circle, Van de Ven, who was fantastic in the first half, who kept pace with Salah, outpaced Gakpo, and Liverpool have won it back with Szoboszlai, and now Gomez on the right-hand side. Liverpool trying to move it down the line with McAllister, but Richarlison's got it, cuts inside, nice from Richarlison, in towards Son, right-footed shot, blocked by Van Dijk, and now Liverpool might well break down the left-hand side. Here's Diaz, Diaz's ball down the line is blocked by Romero, comes to Kulusevski. It's been like this the whole game, it's just been back and forth. Kulusevski up against Diaz, shrugs him off. Across comes Szoboszlai to help, and McAllister puts it back to Alisson, who gives it him straight back. Deep in their own half, left-hand side. They tried to beat the press, but Sarr's nicked in. Maddison into the chest of Son. Can't get it back to Maddison. Liverpool partially clear, and Richarlison hits a shot. I think it comes off Maddison. Kulusevski on the right-hand side. Shouts for a handball from the Liverpool fans in the corner. Romero. Kulusevski. Porro. Maddison. 25 yards from goal, centre field, Romero, corner of the penalty area, right-hand side, back to Maddison, left foot, curler, good save Alisson, stretching to his right-hand side, corner for Spurs.
World class from Alisson, and it had to be world class because it was right in the corner from James Maddison. Lovely little reverse ball from Romero into the feet of James Maddison, and he finds himself with 2 yards of space, sets himself with the left foot, tries to bend it in the far corner. Alisson is at full stretch, tips it round the right-hand post. Brilliant save.
It is a fantastic save because he took a little hop to his left just before he took off to his right. In comes the corner from Maddison, curling, headed away by Matip at the near post, picked up by Bissouma. Bissouma challenged by Jota, free kick, and it's going to be a free kick about 35 yards, maybe a bit less, from goal on the left-hand side here for Spurs.
Well, he's not up to speed, Jota. He's lost the ball 2 or 3 times, then he just gives a cynical foul away, lucky not to get himself booked as well, but putting his team under more pressure. Great work again from Bissouma. Really is a much improved player this season under Ange Postecoglou.
Maddison's over this free kick. Liverpool haven't bothered with a wall. Salah is the only person standing 10 yards away as Maddison clips it in. Matip wins another important header near the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Spurs get possession back. They put a ball to the right-hand side to Kulusevski, drops a shoulder, gets away from Szoboszlai. He's up against Gomez now, going towards the byline. Gomez goes in, and Kulusevski cuts it back into the feet of Romero. Ball forward into the feet of Kulusevski, edge of the penalty area. Back to goal. He loses the ball. Gomez plays it back to Alisson. Ball forward towards Jota. Liverpool pick up possession and then give it away. Right-hand side. Good play that from Pedro Porro. And now Maddison's got some space. 30 yards from goal. Tries to slide it through towards Son. It finds Son. Volley! Tipped over by Alisson. Brilliant football all round. Terrific snapshot from Son. A flying effort and a flying save from Alisson.
Well, he's man of the match already, Alisson. I mean, 3 outstanding saves in this game, 2 within the last few minutes. It's going to have to take something special to beat him this afternoon. This is in inspired form, Alisson.
Got 2 hands to it, so quickly. Corner for Spurs. Maddison whips it in, headed over his own crossbar by Van Dijk, who was spun and just got disorientated about the 6-yard box. There'll be another corner on the far side. 1-1 on 5 Live. 6 minutes of the second half gone. Liverpool down to 10. Curtis Jones sent off in the first half. Short corner this time. Maddison gets it back. Chips it in towards Richarlison. Headed away by Liverpool. Spurs get it back. 20 yards from goal. Maddison's at it again. right foot cross outside of his right foot, cleared away by Liverpool. Throw in level with the 18-yard box for Spurs. They've taken it quickly. Bissouma leaves it, and they've made a bit of a mess of that, and Liverpool will have a chance to breathe and got the ball and will have a throw-in on the far side, about 10 yards inside their own half. Full time at the Rugby World Cup. Sarah Orchard.
Fiji 17, Georgia 12. Fiji came back from 9-0 down to take the win, but this is a Pool C game that means Australia are thrown a lifeline. Not out of the World Cup yet. Their chances remain slim of making the quarterfinals, but they've got a chance when they take on Portugal tomorrow. Full time, Fiji 17, Georgia 12.
We have got all your sport covered on 5 Live this weekend on BBC Sounds. 5 Live Sport with Mark Chapman tomorrow, 10 till 6. The singles at the Ryder Cup, Europe 10.5, USA 5.5. Can Europe regain the trophy in Rome? Can Liverpool go ahead here in London? Lovely ball from Salah to Gomez, puts in a cross, good block. Romero, throw in Liverpool in front of their own supporters on the right-hand side. Frantic, frenetic. Both sides averaging 2.5 goals a game this season. Both teams playing some really good football. It's living up to the billing. Liverpool go top if they win. If Spurs win, they go above Arsenal into second. Liverpool down to 10. Spurs with Son taking the lead. The equaliser in first half stoppage time from Liverpool through Gakpo. Right foot shot, keeper got a hand to it, did really well. Thought the opportunity had gone. A really firm right-footed strike. Got injured as he struck it. Looks like an ankle maybe for Gakpo. It's gone off at half-time. And that's a foul from McAllister in the centre circle on Richarlison. Free kick Spurs, Stephen Warnock.
Catch your breath. It's just started how it continued. It's just brilliant standard of football from both teams. I wondered how Liverpool might play it. Joe Gomez, every opportunity is trying to overlap Mohamed Salah or Jota, making sure that they're throwing men forward. They still believe that they can get a result out of this game.
Spurs in possession with Udogie in the left wing position near the Liverpool corner flag. Liverpool have got possession, trying to work it out from the back with Matip, who goes face first into the turf. In fact, it was McAllister back there. He plays the ball down the line. Liverpool get possession. Foul on halfway from Bissouma, says Simon Hooper. Spurs fans don't like it. Ball was rolling as Liverpool try and take a quick one. They'll have to bring it back.
One of the most annoying rules in football. I felt that Szoboszlai put his hand on it, got it going. And Spurs were just caught napping ever so slightly, but Simon Hooper pulls it back. The Spurs, every opportunity, they are looking for that killer pass. They're looking to hurt the back line of Liverpool. And with Maddison, Son and Kulusevski, they've certainly got that capability to hurt Liverpool, and they're doing it.
Spurs in possession. Deep in their own half, Romero. Lovely little 1-2. Kulusevski in towards Sarr. Well mopped up by McAllister for Liverpool. Back to the goalkeeper, Alisson. Now Van Dijk. Try and play it out from the back, but Alisson's had to go long under pressure from Son. Romero read it really well. That's a lovely piece of skill from Pedro Porro. Switches the play. It's a good ball to Richarlison, who cuts in from the left-hand side on his right foot. Finds Bissouma. Bissouma, the one who was challenged by Jones, as Jones' foot hit the top of the ball, connected with Bissouma's ankle. 26th minute to lead to the red card. Cross from the right from Porro. Beaten away by Liverpool at the near post through Virgil van Dijk. Salah almost intercepts, and he would have been in, but Spurs are in possession 15 yards inside the Liverpool half. Maddison. Lovely ball, Beckham-esque, to the right-hand side to Kulusevski. Drops a shoulder, Maddison, as he gets it back. Corner of the penalty area, right-hand side. Two in the middle waiting for a cross for Spurs. It's back now with Porro. Drifts it in right-footed to the far post. Richarlison wins the header, but up goes Alisson, and then he immediately volleys downfield, looking for the fast break and Mo Salah. And he finds him, but he's on the right-hand touchline with absolutely no help at the moment. Take it towards the penalty, towards the corner, and it comes off Romero, who did really well, and it's out for a throw-in right by the flag.
Yeah, what a ball from Alisson to spot Mohamed Salah. Salah makes the run, it's just inch-perfect ball to him. Great defending from Romero, has to stay with Mohamed Salah, and he does so extremely well. This is just end-to-end. It's fascinating. It really is. Some of the skill on display. James Maddison is, I mean, he's just a joy to watch. But the one thing that strikes me, John, is just how much more sharp these Tottenham players look compared to previous seasons.
Liverpool have lost possession after the throw-in, and now away comes Spurs down the left-hand side. Son into Udogie, into the penalty area, back to goal. Still got it, Udogie, right foot. Could have thought about hitting it. Salah hits it straight into the chest of Alisson. Straight at him, good strike. 1-1. Wow.
This
It's ridiculous.
Superb, isn't it? I mean, Udogie finds himself in the centre-forward position, such as his running power, his ability, the freedom that he's given through Postecoglou. You look up and you think, well, who's covering him? Basuma's sat in the left-back position. There's such a balance to Spurs.
Diaz moving forward for Liverpool. He's overhit the ball through towards Salah. He was in a really good position there, Diaz, and right-footed. He's just overhit it, and it goes through to Vicario, who made a couple of really good saves in the first half. One of them from Robertson, after he just made a save. He got up really quickly and made the save. Spurs in possession, 10 yards inside their own half. Boxing later from 10:30 on 5 Live. Jai Opitai against Jordan Thompson for the IBF Cruiserweight title at Wembley Arena. We're all over that for you here on 5 Live. More football commentaries from the Premier League than anyone else. We're live on BBC Sounds with Maddison twisting one way and then the other. That's a brilliant ball. Richarlison, Son, is it in? It is! Offside flag's gone up. Offside flag goes up. Richarlison must have been just off. We'll have another look at it. The goal sign flashes up on the scoreboard here. Come on, you Spurs, and it reads 2-1 on the big screen, but the assistant's flag went up quickly and Richarlison was offside.
Yeah, this one's clearly offside, but it's criminal from Richarlison. He should never be offside. He's looking right along the line. You can see Joe Gomez's shirt. What a pass from James Maddison, outside of the right foot. It was magnificent, and Spurs come again.
Maddison, left-hand side, little toe in from Gomez, and it's a corner for Spurs once again. On the far side, in front of the south stand. Taking it quickly. Maddison. Van de Ven. Romero. So many bodies forward here, Spurs. Everyone very deep for Liverpool. Salah is 30 yards from his own goal, the furthest man forward. Udogie tries to get to the byline. In it comes. It's a good cross from Udogie. It's done brilliantly. How good is he, by the way? 20 years of age. First time I've seen him in the flesh, seen him on TV. The Italian has looked excellent.
He looks brilliant, doesn't he? Athletic, can see a pass, can complete a pass. It's okay being athletic and getting up and down the pitch, but you've got to have quality as well. He's got plenty of quality.
Maddison's corner. In it comes. Matic wins another important header, but it falls to Son back to goal. Gets it to Kulusevski, corner of the penalty area. Square ball, right foot shot from Bissouma, blocked by Liverpool, and then put behind for a goal kick for Liverpool, who will be tiring after an hour. 1-1.
Yeah, John, last season, the year before, you couldn't have paid me to come to watch Spurs. I'd have been bored and turned the telly off. They were so poor, they were so lethargic in the way they played. This is brilliant. This is superb to watch. The way that they move the ball, the way that they press, the energy they've got. Liverpool are playing the part as well, though. This is a quite brilliant game.
And Postecoglou, in his 6 games in charge, 2+ goals in his first 6 Premier League games. Only Craig Shakespeare has ever done 7 in a row when taking over at a club, scoring 2+ goals. You could argue a case for both of these to get at least another one here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Liverpool trying to pick Spurs off on the break. Spurs have been very good at trying to unlock Liverpool. Maddison the key in the tight areas in the centre of midfield. Liverpool staying in their shape and forcing Spurs all the way back to their goalkeeper Vicario. Lip of the centre circle, Bissouma. 1-1. Spurs on the left-hand side with Maddison, trying to swing it in towards Son, scorer of their goal. Pedro Porro into the feet of Bissouma. That's a really good ball. Out to Kulusevski, who's going to cross left-footed. Richarlison's coming in, but well read by Alisson, who jumped high, claimed it, read it really well.
Yeah, he did read it really well, and he had to. It's just floated a little bit too high from Kulusevski. If it had whipped it, it would have made it more difficult for Alisson to come out and claim it. Such was the height on the ball, just allowed the Brazilian goalkeeper to come and claim it.
Here's Kulusevski going down the right for Spurs. Good defending from McAllister and from Robertson. Diaz, 10 yards inside his own half. Tries to play a ball in towards Robertson. Liverpool have got it back after Spurs got him with a little interception. Son's putting the pressure on Alisson, and he's given it away. Alisson, and here's Richarlison moving towards the edge of the penalty area. Gomez goes down under the challenge from Richarlison. A low ball in, trying to find Maddison, cleared away by Liverpool. Throw in on the far side level with the penalty area for Spurs.
Quicker to everything, Spurs. They're on the front foot, they're on the ascendancy. Liverpool can't find a way out. Will it be changes from Jurgen Klopp to alter the way that this game's going? Postecoglou, leave it as it is.
Maddison, clipped, free kick, Spurs, 35 yards from goal. And we're going to see the spray go down from Simon Hooper. It's not really, or Spurs haven't had a go from this kind of position so far, but it is a chance for Maddison to whip one in from the left with that right foot of his. He third in Premier League big chances created so far this season, James Maddison. He's taken to life at Spurs under Ange Postecoglou like a duck to water, having left Leicester in the summer. It's going to take a short one. Son, left-hand side, in the penalty area. Has to move out of the penalty area because Robertson stayed with him. Maddison, right foot, whips it in. Cleared away by Joel Matip, who's had a good game. And now Salah's away down the right-hand side for Liverpool. It's a long, straight ball. Salah up against Bissouma, who has done brilliantly. But now he's lost it. Oh, he's given the free kick. The assistant on the far side. Salah's not happy about it, and he's going to get a yellow card for arguing about it, Mo Salah. And he's still going. Needs to be careful, Mo Salah.
What a recovery from Bissouma, because I thought Salah was away. His first touch was simply outstanding. It jumped the air, and he just took it on the run, pushed it 20 yards in front of him, and then as he goes to face up Bissouma wins the ball straight away. There's a little bit of a coming together between the two players. Salah doesn't feel like he's touched him. He just pulls on the arm ever so slightly, but is it enough to send Bissouma down? You're shaking your head, John. You don't think it is, and Salah furiously kicks the ball away. He doesn't believe it was a foul.
There's not a lot in it, is there, when he goes down, but there was contact with the arm, as you said. Here's Kulusevski to the byline. Came off a Liverpool player. Is it a corner? Yes, it is. Another Spurs.
It's another one.
Another
He's
Spurs.
got that wrong as well. He's got that wrong, Simon Hooper, because Andrew Robertson plays the ball off Kulusevski, and you know it yourself. As soon as you get up, you run off as if to say, I know I've won the ball there, and I know I've played it off him. It's a goal kick, or it should be.
They've taken a short one. The replay confirms what Stephen was saying. It did come off a Spurs player last, but here's Maddison with a chance to cross. Matip again with a diving, important header at the near post because Son was waiting in behind, and it's another corner for Spurs.
He's been superb, Matip. He's had to be as well. Everything that's come into the box, he's contested, he's won headers. Another challenge for him here with James Maddison with the outswinging corner.
Right-footed Maddison, he's duffed it a bit, and it's not found a way past Robertson at the near post. It's a really high clearance, which has been taken down by Kulusevski. Maddison's got some space. Kulusevski's going on the overlap here. Will he choose to use him? He doesn't. He goes short. Udogi, they don't get it with Son. Stretches, but doesn't get there, and Liverpool might break. Szoboszlai to Salah. It's a nice ball. Salah with pace, though, comes Porro with a brilliant covering challenge. They've got so much pace across the back for Spurs. There's been a couple of times in the game you thought Salah's away, and then across comes a Spurs player as the offside flag goes up against Tottenham, and it's a Liverpool free kick 15 yards inside their own half. What brilliant defending.
Outstanding, really is from Porro. He just sort of clenched his fist, give a fist bump to Højbjerg as he was warming up, as if to say, yeah, I know exactly how important that challenge was.
Van Dijk in possession. Liverpool substitutes go out to warm up, and you can see they are talking about who might come on next with the fourth official down there who's got the board out. So we're going to see changes. Liverpool are in possession. That's nice play. Matip to Robertson, going down the left-hand side. 3 Liverpool players forward, but they've given it away. And now they will be short at the back, Liverpool. They've got 4 players ahead of the ball, and that's why, rather cynically, Jota has just brought down Udogie, and he will go into the book here. Diogo Jota, coming on at half-time, is yellow carded. Midway through the second half, Spurs 1, Liverpool 1 on 5 Live.
Yeah, mistake from Andrew Robertson, puts his team in a little bit of danger, and it's such a difficult one this, because Jota doesn't do anything. He just runs the line across. Udogie flips his heels ever so slightly. You don't like to see fouls given for that, but especially yellow cards, but it is a little bit cynical as Udogie's making his way down that left-hand side.
So the goal scorer, Son, coming off. 6 goals in his last 4 matches for the Spurs captain. Took it really well. It was a lovely flowing move down the left-hand side. A ball from Maddison. Richarlison with a first-time cross with the outside of his right foot. He's limping as he comes off there, Son. And Mana Solomon comes on to replace him.
Yeah, I think he signalled to the bench to Postecoglou that he had an issue. Postecoglou screamed at Solomon to get back, get ready as quick as he could. He knows that this is a really important time for his team in the game to dominate.
They've got a player on the bench for the first time as well, Spurs. 18-year-old Jamie Donnelly, who's a left-sided forward. That's a challenge from Jota.
Jota's gone.
He didn't get there. He was late, and Simon Hooper reaches for his back pocket, and it's another yellow card for Diogo Jota. He's had an absolute nightmare since coming on at half-time. Second yellow card, and Liverpool are down to 9 with 21 minutes of normal time remaining.
Yeah, he's been poor, like you said, John. He hasn't been up to the pace of the game at all. He gets caught on the ball, and as he loses it, he goes to ground and he clips the heels of Udogie. It's the right decision from Simon Hooper. He hasn't got many right today, but this one's right. It's a clear yellow card.
No arguments. He got the ball taken off him, Jota. It was a strong challenge from Udogie, but he won the ball. He felt a little bit of injustice, you could see it in him. He felt like he was caught, so he went after the ball, went to ground. You can't do that when you're on a yellow card and your team's already down to 9. And he trudges off the pitch, Jota. Just having a look to see whether his manager goes over to him.
He's not even looking at him.
He can't look at him. No. Jurgen Klopp is not even acknowledging him. Spurs 1-1 in possession, free kick, taking it short. Maddison in the penalty area, cross whipped in, flicks off the head of a Liverpool defender, and Maddison waves his arm into the air in front of the south stand. 17,500 stand and roar back at him. Another short corner. 20 minutes to go, 1-1. Liverpool down to 9. Maddison, corner of the penalty area for Spurs. Might think about a shot. Liverpool have got everyone back behind the ball. Here's Bissouma into the penalty area, given away. Diaz, but now very little in the way of an outlet. Porro so quick, gets there ahead of Salah. It will be a Liverpool throw. Well, wow.
Well, he's got big decisions to make. Trent Alexander-Arnold has got his kit ready. He's ready to come on. Endo's ready to come on as well. So's Darwin Nunez. He's going to make a big changes, bold changes. And they're going to have to be organised, compact, make sure that they counter-attack quickly. However, from Tottenham's point of view, patience is key. There's 20 minutes left to win this game for them. They have to be calm. They don't have to feel like they have to win this game straight away because they've had another man sent off Liverpool.
Well, Liverpool had some possession then inside the Spurs half, but they just had no options, no outlet. Salah was down the line, but they just got crowded out of possession, and Spurs have got all the time in the world on the halfway line. Just 2 banks of 4 now for Liverpool with no outlet. Substitutes getting ready to come on. Spurs in possession, midway inside the Liverpool half, with Bissouma, 1-1. Now it's with Kulusevski, corner of the penalty area on the left-hand side. 4 in the middle for Spurs waiting for a cross. Here's Bissouma, 30 yards from goal. Plays a square ball to Udogi. Now Maddison again, near the edge of the D. Bissouma, square ball, 30 yards out. Again centre field. Across comes Diaz with the challenge. Spurs just walking with the ball at the moment. Looking for an in. Getting the ball to Maddison. Down the outside goes Porro. Porro back to Maddison. Might fancy a shot here, right-footed. Chops it onto his left. Now it's out on the left with Porro again. Maddison again. Edge of the penalty area. Does take a shot this time. Charged down by McAllister and Salah, and there's a free kick for Liverpool. Salomon, sorry.
Yeah, Liverpool are going to make changes. It's actually Canate now. But one thing I was going to say, John, is they'll have to get McAllister off. Booked in the first half. They can't afford to go down to 8 men, Liverpool. So that would be really, really worrying for them. But it might just be a change of system. Joe Gomez is coming off the pitch. Looks like Canate will come on. Will he go to a wing-backs with Canate as a 3 with Van Dijk and Joel Matip in those positions? Well, he won't be happy, this guy. Mohamed Salah's coming off.
He will not be pleased, Mo Salah. And a cheer goes up because Salah's coming off. Just wipes his brow on his shirt, Mo Salah, head down.
McAllister stayed on. I really can't, because he's not the most mobile. He is agile enough, but if he gets caught now and Liverpool lose another player, then it's on the manager, because that is a big decision to leave someone on who's been booked.
Endo is on as well, and Canate. Let's see how Liverpool choose to line up. They've got a free kick on the edge of their penalty area, which Alisson takes, drills it out to the right-hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold gets a little touch on it, comes off a Spurs leg, and it's out for a throw-in on the far side for Liverpool.
Just wonder whether Canate's actually gone into the right-back position to deal with Solomon and making sure that they don't have that threat down that side. Trent Alexander-Arnold will provide the width.
1-1 on 5 Live. 16 minutes of normal time remaining. Liverpool down to 9. Cross comes in from Trent Alexander-Arnold and takes a nick off a Spurs defender, and it is going to be a Liverpool corner in front of their own fans down there, and this will just be take your time, I think.
Well, take your time and make sure that you get quality into the box, because opportunities are going to be very few and far between for Liverpool. Could they do another smash and grab like Newcastle away?
Liverpool with the corner from the right. It's going to be an away swinger from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk free header. Puts it wide of the goalkeeper's left-hand post. That was a chance.
Yeah, well, he's asking for a foul as well. He's saying his shirt's been pulled. He wants the referee to have a look at it. It will be checked, but I think it's just Kulusevski got a hold of his shirt. There's nothing in it. Nothing in it at all.
There have been some moments in this match which I'm sure you'll want to talk to Robbie and Chris about in 606, which follows this game. 08085 909 693. The lines are open. 85058 on the text.
Can I ask Robbie about my top 4 predictions and how he called me out in the first week?
Is that for Aston Villa?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Just wondered how that's going for Robbie at the moment.
Well, he'll be listening. Romero in possession for Spurs, centre field, midway inside the Liverpool half. They've got to try and unpick them here, so they've gone to 5 at the back, Liverpool, with 3 in front. Here's Maddison, up against McAllister. Spreads the ball to Romero, 30 yards from the Liverpool goal. Liverpool defending on the edge of their 18-yard box in a line. Here's Porro, deep cross, looking for Solomon. Solomon has to run towards the corner flag, and an offside flag goes up. 14 minutes to go, plus added time. Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Liverpool went down to 10 men when Curtis Jones was shown a red card. But lots and lots of pundits say it was a red, and lots of pundits say it wasn't a red. I'd be interested to see what you think in 606 after this. Then there was a potential offside which wasn't checked. We've spoken to some of our colleagues, and it appears they didn't put the lines down. And just to the naked eye, can't be sure, of course, it looked like there was a potential for an offside, and Liverpool having a goal ruled out. Diaz scoring. here is Maddison. Centre field for Spurs. Can they find a second win in 24 matches against Liverpool? Here's Kulusevski. Cross in, right-footed. In fact, I think he took a nick off Van Dijk and it was on target, but Alisson was there at his near post to claim it from the top corner.
Well, some of the best work from Spurs has been down the sides, and hence the reason for Jurgen Klopp making the changes to make sure that Andrew Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold can now get out to those to those fullbacks and wingers. It allows them to have numbers in the box to defend against if they are beaten. Liverpool on the break here.
Szoboszlai gets a ball from Robertson, running towards the corner flag. Back to Endo by the corner flag on the left-hand side. His challenge, it's a throw-in for Liverpool. Right by the corner flag. Romero stayed down after that challenge and now gets up and hobbles back towards his own penalty area. So Liverpool taking their time, as you'd imagine, with 9 players on the pitch. Robertson into Endo. Now Szoboszlai is going to strike one, but it bounces in front of Vicario. He sprints towards the edge of his penalty area and rolls it out for Udogie. And now on the left, it's Solomon running at Trent Alexander-Arnold. Goes round him. Konate now tries to face up against him. Plays in Udogie down the left. Low cross blocked. It's been recycled back to Maddison. And now Porro left-footed, deflected. Another corner for Tottenham from the right-hand side.
Well, there's your evidence of why Konate has come onto the pitch. Trent Alexander-Arnold easily beaten down that left-hand side, but Konate gets across to snuff out the danger. But here's another corner.
Spurs 10th of the game so far. Taking it short again. Porro whips it into the penalty area. It's a good header clear from Van Dijk, but only as far as Maddison. 25 yards from goal on his right foot. Plays a square ball again to Porro. Maddison again. They've got so many options here, Spurs. Liverpool trying to stay disciplined. Solomon goes into the penalty area. Maddison gives it back to him. Little 1-2. That's with Sarr. Right-hand side, Bissouma. Kulusevski. 3 waiting in the middle for a cross. Maddison. I wonder whether he's going to try one at some point. Maddison. He's been happy to play it short. They do try one, Spurs. Comes off a Liverpool player and then off Richarlison's toe. And it's out for a goal kick for Liverpool. 10 minutes plus added time remaining. 1-1.
Well, the change from Liverpool here. It is McAllister this time. That comes off, but they're trying to be patient. Spurs, they're trying the best to shift this Liverpool team. As much as they can. From Liverpool, it has to be organisation, it has to be communication, passing players. Making sure that they are fully switched on, because at any moment, if you don't step out to James Maddison, he'll get a shot away. If you do step out to him too early, he'll just slide a ball in behind you and cause you problems. So it's organisation for Liverpool and patience for Spurs.
21-year-old Ryan Gravenberch coming on, the Dutchman, for his 3rd Premier League appearance. He's on for McAllister. Goal kick for Liverpool. 5 Live Sport from the BBC, more Premier League commentaries than anyone else. We're wall-to-wall Ryder Cup for you tomorrow. The singles from Rome, as the ball's played down the line by Liverpool by Robertson, but he's just got it wrong, and Gravenberch can't get hold of that, and it's been picked up for a throw-in by Spurs, and they're being roared on by the home support. Unbeaten, both of these two. Is something going to give in these last 10 minutes? Here's Maddison at the byline, gets it back across. Matip comes in though and manages to snuff out the danger, and it's another Spurs corner. Stephen Warnock.
Yeah, the 2 best players from either team, Maddison and Matip, colliding there. Quick corner taken by Spurs.
Sarr, Bissouma, centre, 30 yards from goal. Porro Shifts it onto the right to Kulusevski. 4 waiting for a cross in the penalty area. Goes back to Porro again. Square ball to Bissouma. Going from left to right. Liverpool staying disciplined. Endo with an acrobatic clearance for Liverpool up towards halfway. And chasing is Szoboszlai. But Udogie gets there first and knocks it back to his goalkeeper.
They don't give you a moment, Spurs. Everything that they do is quick. Every corner, they don't let you get set. They want to get it going straight away. They're trying to drain Liverpool.
Kulusevski running at Liverpool into the penalty area. Goes down, shouts for a penalty. Trent Alexander-Arnold picks it up in the left wing-back position after his hamstring injury. Back in the squad, drives it up the line, wins the throw. That'll do for Liverpool. Double change incoming for Spurs. Udogie comes off. He's had a super game. Really good, and on comes Ben Davies. And also coming on for Spurs is Oliver Skipp. And Sarr makes way.
Well, Udogie's done everything he can to win this game for his team, hasn't he? He's been one of the best players on the field. Hugely impressive performance from him. Sure, Trent Alexander-Arnold's delighted to see him go off.
Throw in for Spurs, left-hand side. It's been super, this game. It's been a fixture which Liverpool have dominated over the past 5 years. 2017 at Wembley, 4-1 was the last time Spurs won against Liverpool. And they're in possession now. They'll never have a better chance, you wouldn't think. Against 9 players. Gravenberch comes forward and there's a foul. A little bit of a needless one from James Maddison. And Virgil van Dijk, using all his experience, stays down on the turf, 25 yards from his own goal. Are we going to see a winner, Stephen?
Well, if we are, I think it's going to come from Spurs. You just look at Liverpool at the moment. They're struggling to get out their own half. They're almost happy to try and contain Spurs and just work on that defensive unit. This is about training ground exercises now. When you are a 6 or a 7 at the back and you invite a team of 11 onto you, how do you defend it? How do you stay in positions? When you allow runners to go forward, can you get back into position quickly? So it's going to test Liverpool to their absolute maximum.
5 Live Sport from the BBC, 1-1, and Liverpool in possession. Endo's given it away, and Jurgen Klopp turns back towards his bench because he knows that when they've got possession, they've got to try and keep it. Spurs have got it. Maddison tries to thread a little ball through towards Solomon, but it's overhit, and it's through to Alisson.
John, there's another side to this as well. Just listen to the crowd's reaction there. They know that this is a great opportunity. They feel now, well, you're down to 9 men, Liverpool. Why aren't you beating them? Why aren't you finding it easy to get through them? It's not that easy. It is difficult, so there's an added pressure on Spurs now.
Liverpool, as it stands, a second, a point behind Manchester City as the ball's played forward by Liverpool, and Vicario has to stretch to keep that one in after a header back from a Tottenham player. He rolls it out and Spurs are in comfortable possession 10 yards inside their own half, and now it's with Porro, and they've got so many players forward here. Kulusevski, right hand side. 5 minutes plus added time remaining. I wonder how much we'll get at the end of this game. 6:06 with Robbie and Chris follows. Here's Maddison, corner of the penalty area, right-footed, in comes the cross. Matip stooping, heads it into the turf. Hooked away by Liverpool, but only as far as Van de Ven, who had a brilliant first half. Very little to do in the second. Maddison gets it out onto the left-hand side. Solomon, now Bissouma's going to strike it. Comes off a Spurs player, it was Richarlison, and loops up, and it's very gratefully received by Alisson.
No, it's going horribly wide. It just strikes the foot of Richarlison. He can't redirect it. Perhaps would have been offside. No, he wouldn't actually. Van Dijk was level with him, but Liverpool taking the time to play the ball forward.
Robertson. Jota's off the pitch, been sent off. Robertson battling for the ball, left-hand side, goes down, but it's actually a free kick for Spurs.
Well, Porro wants more here. He wants Robertson to be sent off. He thinks that he's elbowed him in the face. It will be looked at by VAR because it was looked at in the first half, but there was a little bit of a coming together between these two players a couple of minutes earlier. Porro almost wanted the interaction with Andrew Robertson. Andrew Robertson's come off worse in this scenario.
He doesn't want to look up, Robertson, because Simon Hooper's standing over him with a yellow card. He's up onto his knees, sees the yellow card, and now he's up onto his feet, Andrew Robertson, who's deep in Spurs territory, and then he jogs back into position. They've put a shift in, these Liverpool players that have remained.
We've got an issue down in front with Simon Hooper. He's just yellow carded one of Liverpool's coaching staff. Obviously not happy with the decision against Andrew Robertson.
Vogliamo solo vivere in pace. Chiunque avrà quella bambina vincerà la guerra.
Stanno venendo a prendermi.
The Creator, solo al cinema.
Really well by Szoboszlai, who plays it into the feet of Endo, 10 yards inside the Spurs half. He plays a little ball round the corner towards Szoboszlai, and Liverpool have won a corner here out of absolutely nothing.
Where's he got this energy from, Szoboszlai? I find it... Oh, wow.
Oh, so that's a yellow card for Szoboszlai. Is it?
I don't know. I don't understand what's just gone on there.
Or was it for Endo, Udogie? Well, there's a palm to the face. Sorry, not Udogie, Bissouma. Bissouma's palm into the face. So it's a yellow card for Bissouma for a challenge on Endo, where he's put his hand into his face.
But it just looked like, because Szoboszlai and Van der Ven came together, it looked like he'd yellow carded Szoboszlai for some bizarre reason, but obviously not. Make it very clear though, did he, Sam Hooper?
I think Liverpool would have taken the corner. Instead they've got a free kick on the right hand side, drifted in towards Konate, and now they have got to chase back here, Liverpool, because away comes Ben Davies for Spurs, under pressure from Konate. Now Maddison, halfway line, 2 minutes plus added time remaining. Solomon on the left for Spurs, running at the corner of the penalty area. 5 players ahead of him for Tottenham. Romero, back to Maddison. 3 in a line along the edge of the penalty area, but he switches it to Kulusevski. Shouts for handball. Kulusevski on his left foot. Chance to shoot. Maddison's going to hit it, but he's duffed it. Szoboszlai tries to play the ball towards Gravenberch. And he does, but it's been brought back, and it's a yellow card for Romero, who caught Szoboszlai, and it'll be a free kick for Liverpool.
How many reds, how many yellows, John? Come on. This is incredible, isn't it? Lovely skill from Szoboszlai against Romero. Just buys the foul, and then Gravenberch is in a position where he gets on the ball, but there's almost too many players around him, so Liverpool will be delighted to get that free kick.
Højbjerg coming on for Spurs. And a Premier League debut for Alejo Belize for Spurs. Off comes Bissouma for Højbjerg. Yellows, well, Bissouma's been booked, Robertson's been booked. Diogo Jota got 2 yellows after coming on at half-time. Mohamed Salah was booked. Udogie was booked, McAllister was booked, and a straight red for Curtis Jones.
Well done.
Liverpool in possession on the right with Szoboszlai. Tries to find Trent Alexander-Arnold, and does. It's difficult to believe that Liverpool have had any possession inside the Spurs half, and he waves his arms in the air down there in front of the Liverpool fans. Away to our left, in the corner, all standing. This would feel like a win for Liverpool if they were to get a point here with 9 players. There are 6 minutes of added time remaining for Liverpool to hold on, or Spurs to find a winner on 5 Live. Forward comes Spurs again. Down the left-hand side. Solomon sprinting with the ball. Into Richarlison, tries to play it round the corner, and some of the Spurs fans throw their arms up into the air because it wasn't the best touch, and it's through to Alisson in the Liverpool goal, who will take his time.
He's looked better out on that left-hand side, Richarlison. Son was more alive through the middle, better with his back to goal, I feel. Liverpool soak up the pressure again, and Spurs find it difficult to break them down.
Long roundhouse kick from Alisson downfield. Trying to find Gravenberch. Doesn't find it. Ben Davies brings the ball to halfway. Then finds Solomon on the left. Goes round Trent Alexander-Arnold. Has to check back. Finds a cross right-footed. Out comes Alisson. Double-fisted punch away. Spurs have possession back. Kulusevski down the right-hand side to the byline. Whips it back across. Comes off a Liverpool player. Szoboszlai does well, bringing the ball out of defence. But Spurs have won it back. 4 minutes of added time remaining. Spurs 1, Liverpool 1 in the Premier League. Here's Kulusevski, low cross into the penalty area, headed up in the air by Virgil van Dijk. Højbjerg wins a header, chests it down, cross into the penalty area for Spurs. Richarlison's header down into the turf and collected gratefully by Alisson.
Wow, sustained pressure by Spurs, and the ball to the back post is a delightful one. Konate misses it, he just doesn't get anything on it. I don't know whether Richarlison really believes that Konate is going to miss that header. Heads it down into the ground, really comfortable save for Alisson.
The closing moments of a thrilling Premier League encounter on BBC Sounds. This is 5 Live. Can Spurs find a winner? Can Liverpool keep them out? Porro down the line. Finds Kulusevski. Level with the 18-yard box. Back to Porro. Digs it out. Cross in towards 3 Spurs players. Heads go up. Liverpool head away. Spurs get possession back. Højbjerg 15 yards inside his own half. Centre field. Bypasses. Skip. Kulusevski on the right. 5 in the penalty area for Spurs. Step over from Kulusevski. Back to Porro. Kulusevski again. They can't find a way through. Liverpool defending with a 5 and a 3. Højbjerg finds some room for Solomon on the left, up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. Højbjerg gets it back, 30 yards from goal. Duffs a shot. Spurs get possession though after it hits a Liverpool player. Kulusevski in the penalty area. Skip, square ball, should be cleared by Szoboszlai. And it is high towards halfway. Bounces once. 2.5 minutes of added time remaining. 1-1. Spurs being roared forward. Spurs fans on the edge of their seat. They're in possession on the corner of the penalty area. Højbjerg spreads it to Kulusevski. Can he find a telling cross? 6 in the middle here for Spurs. In it comes left-footed. He's overhit it. He got stuck in between a cross and a shot, and Alisson just watched it go past his right-hand post. 2 minutes of added time remaining. 1-1.
Yeah, wasted from Kulusevski. I'd like to see him take Robertson on down the line. Robertson's absolutely shattered. He's on a yellow card as well. Run him, make him work for it. Really take the game to him, run him into the penalty box, and he doesn't. Another yellow card.
Richarlison goes into the book for Spurs. He'd only shown 8 yellow cards in his first 3 matches, Simon Hooper, and he's shown 2 reds. And I haven't added them up, but a load of yellow cards in this one. 90 seconds remaining of added time, and Liverpool are in possession with Szoboszlai. He gets fouled, he goes down, and that is greeted like a goal from the Liverpool fans in the corner, away to our left-hand side. And they will again take their time.
Well, they're not going to throw men forward. It's an opportunity to, but they're in no rush. I'm surprised Andrew Robertson's taken that so quickly.
He has. Gravenberch has done really well and has won possession for Liverpool near the corner flag on the left-hand side. Van der Ven's been immense, and he's so quick and strong. And he manages to find Højbjerg, who plays the ball forward to Davies. Little 1-2. They're stretched here, Liverpool. A minute to Tottenham surging forward through the middle. Kulusevski's got loads of room. 6 in the middle to aim for. Kulusevski into the penalty area. Is forced backwards. Spurs fans frustrated. Romero just standing on the ball. 30 yards from goal. Porro with a chance to cross low. It's an own goal. And Spurs have won it. Incredible scenes at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's just a sea of arms and legs. That south stand. Incredible finish with 30 seconds left. The 9 men of Liverpool's resistance is broken. Matip has stuck the ball into his own top corner. Would you believe believe it. Spurs 2, Liverpool 1. They'll go second.
Well, they moaned, the Spurs fans, when Kulusevski cut back and played the ball backwards. But the persistence of Porro down that right-hand side, he drives to the byline, like I said, that Kulusevski should have done against Andrew Robertson, and he fizzes it hard and low, and you're just hoping someone's there to put the ball into the open goal, and Joel Matip gets it horribly wrong. He crashes it into the top of the net. Alisson punches the ball in frustration. They've defended so well, but they were always against the tide. They were always against the ropes, Liverpool. They needed one moment of quality, Spurs, and they find it right at the end of this game.
And Ange Postecoglou stands with arms outstretched in his suit and patrols his technical area and is mobbed by his staff. What a start for Spurs this season. And there is hope again in the white corner of North London. We have seconds left. Liverpool have thrown everyone forward. Surely there isn't a twist in the tail. It's been overhit and the ball's gone out of play, and it'll be a Spurs throw deep in their own half. Liverpool's unbeaten record looks like it's come to an end. 17 matches unbeaten, Liverpool, in the Premier League, stretching back to April when they lost on the 1st of April to Manchester City 4-1. Spurs look like they're going to take it to 7 games under Ange Postecoglou, unbeaten at the start of the season, and will move above Arsenal into second. They're in possession deep in Liverpool territory, and there it is. The full-time whistle. Spurs have done it. Liverpool's players have given everything. The ones that are still out there on the pitch. 2 players sent off. They're down on their haunches. They've lost their unbeaten record and the chance to go top. Spurs 2, Liverpool 1. Stephen Warnock, what have we just witnessed?
Well, we've just witnessed one of the best games of football that I've seen. It was just outstanding. The quality that both teams possessed, both teams going for it. Liverpool, even down at 9 men, they're trying to throw players forward. They were trying to be fully committed, but it was just an outstanding advert for Premier League football. Spurs have improved, much improved under Postecoglou. They found it difficult to break Liverpool down towards the end, but ultimately they got the job done. There will be big questions asked after this game, though, of the decisions that were made.
Have you ever seen an atmosphere like this inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? It is incredible.
No, I haven't seen one here. This is a different type of Tottenham. This is the good times are back at Spurs. There's a belief in the manager. This is a belief within the team of what they're trying to achieve. It's breathtaking. It really is. Hairs on the back of your neck are standing up.
It really is quite something. Top live sport on BBC 5 Live on BBC Sounds. Chris and Robbie are on the way on 606, but the live sport will continue tomorrow with the singles at the Ryder Cup in Rome. Let's cross to Ian Carter.
Well, we had a sensational finish, just as you did there, John, when Patrick Cantlay claimed victory for the Americans, which sparked very angry scenes, it must be said. Now we have the singles draw for tomorrow, and thankfully I think a lot of people anyway on the organisational side are very happy that it's not Cantlay against Rory McIlroy. McIlroy embroiled in a huge row with Joe Leclerc. They're going to shape up tomorrow. John Rahm of Spain is going to set things off against the world #1 Scotty Scheffler in the top match. Then it's Victor Hovland against Colin Morikawa, Justin Rose against Patrick Cantlay, Rory McIlroy against Sam Burns. So you could say the top 4 Europeans are being sent out first to try and get it done as quick as possible. Just 4 points needed by the Europeans. Then comes Matt Fitzpatrick against Max Homer, Tyrrell Hatton against Brian Harmon, Ludwig Aubert against Brooks Koepka, Sepp Straka against Justin Thomas. Just a few more to go. Nikolai Højgaard against Xander Schauffele, Shane Lowry against Jordan Spieth, Tommy Fleetwood against Ricky Fowler in the penultimate match, and if it does go the distance, then it's Bob McIntyre of Scotland against for the United States, Wyndham Clark. Remember, the Europe lead 10.5 points to 5.5. They need 4 points from those 12 matches to get the Ryder Cup back.
Thank you, Ian. Let's hope we see scenes of celebration in Rome from the European fans like we have here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. For these Spurs fans in this 2-1 win over Liverpool, their unbeaten run continues. It really has been quite something. Plenty to talk about, though, from this one. Big Ange Postecoglou in the middle of the pitch is literally orchestrating the band to the strains of Robbie Williams. Barely anyone's left. It's incredible, absolutely unbelievable. Loads to talk about with Robbie and Chris. 6:06 follows the 5 Live News with Joe Critcher.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Rishi Sunak is being warned by a group of more than 30 Conservative MPs they won't back any more policies that increase taxes. The Prime Minister has just arrived in Manchester ahead of the Conservative Party conference, which begins tomorrow. A new vote is being held in the US House of Representatives to try to prevent a US government shutdown beginning at midnight. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy is trying to secure agreement on a temporary 45-day respite. The school coach driver who died after a crash on the M53 in Wirral has been named as 40-year-old Stephen Shrimpton. Jessica Baker, who was 15, also lost her life after the coach hit the reservation and overturned. Rail passengers are facing disruption as train drivers hold fresh strikes. Workers across 16 train companies have walked out in their long-running dispute about pay and conditions.
Hey, babes.
Hello, hello, hello.
Michelle Visage here with an extra special invitation for you.
Start your engine.
Every Thursday, we're having a party round yours.
This is the best club I have ever been to. You guys should come sometime.
Get ready for the time of your life.
For the BBC, it's not too appropriate.
With Joel Dommett, Alexandra Burke, and more. I love this. This is so good. Let's party.
I'm having so much fun.
RuPaul's Drag Race UK.
It's game on.
Watch on BBC iPlayer.
Are you ready to have your say? In the UK's biggest football debate, your teams, your views. Get ready. This is 606 with Chris Sutton and Robbie Savage on 5 Live.
It's time for you to have your say about your club. 606 is here until 9 p.m, taking your calls on a busy day of football, and it's been a bad day for the Manchester clubs.
Eza, right-footed, arcs its way from the penalty area. What a finish by Anderson! He's hit it first time, and he finds the top right-hand corner. Crystal Palace take the lead in some fashion.
Now an opportunity, Wang again! Molyneux bursts! Wolves lead again!
This is BBC Radio 5 Live. Call free 08085 909 693. Text 85058. Text will be charged at your standard message rate. Plus, see our privacy notice. bbc.co.uk/5live.
So, Christopher, Man City lost their 100% Premier League record to Wolves. They got beaten by Newcastle in midweek. Is this squad as strong as last season?
Well, why didn't you ask me that last week, Rob? It takes a couple of defeats for Manchester City, then you're all over them. I look at the Manchester City bench today and think it's pretty strong. Look, I still think Manchester City will win the Premier League. Don't think it's a big deal, but what do Manchester City fans think?
You were at Old Trafford, Chris. The fans booed the team off. Were Manchester United that bad, or will Crystal Palace too good?
Manchester United not creative enough. Where are they heading under Eric Ten Hag? I thought that the last couple of results they were going to really kick on, but it was flat. They don't look like they're going to finish in the top 4, Rob. Manchester United. What do Manchester United fans think?
City United fans, 08085 909 693. I'll tell you what, Christopher, an incident-packed game at the Tottenham Stadium. What did you make of it? What did you make of the referee? And what did you make, I cannot believe it, the decision to disallow Diaz's goal? I've not seen any lines yet. It was really quick to make the decision. Listen, Chris, I've seen pictures on social media where people have drawn their own lines. And listen, it looks a yard onside. How on earth? If
I don't know
it's
about
wrong,
a yard,
they get
but
that wrong?
it did. Yeah,
It's onside.
I totally agree with you. Why did they make that decision so quickly? Don't understand that. I think we'll have a lot of angry Liverpool fans calling in about that, understandably. So, got to say, I thought the Curtis Jones red card was a red card.
Correct.
And Jota's was a red card, a second yellow. So Liverpool fans can't have complaints about those. But I totally get the offside, or the onside. It should have been given, but they'll feel Rob. But what about Tottenham as well, Rob? Big Ange ball. Do you know what he had at Tougher in Scotland? Airing it up, Big Ange, isn't he?
Wow,
It's easy. It's easy down south.
Are you going to call the celebration police like you do when Arsenal wins Spurs, celebrating like they've just won the league against
the World
9 men?
Cup. Yeah.
They've just won that, beat 9 men.
Yeah, enjoyed the celebrations.
So
I mean, they've had the last few managers who have been at Tottenham. It's been misery, Rob. Lighten up a bit.
Arsenal fans, Chris says Spurs fans can celebrate, but you can't. 08285
Not had much to celebrate about, Rob, have they?
Oh, there you go. Elsewhere in the Premier League, there were wins for Arsenal, Newcastle, West Ham and Aston Villa. They put 6 past Brighton. Plus, what a win it was for Luton. They got their first 3 points at Goodison Park. In the Championship, Preston finally lost, and Ipswich atop. Fans of Bournemouth, Corey Tam, Swindon Town, York, clubs are flying. Tell us about it on 08085 909 693. Who else you need from Christopher?
Well, you mentioned Luton Town. Massive win today. Were you at Goodison? Call us on the way back. I think that you sort of needed that, Luton, but that must have felt good. I mean, Brighton hit for 6 by Villa, and should we go Glasgow Rangers, Rob? Beaten at home by Aberdeen. Beale ball not sort of working out. Let's hear from Glasgow Rangers fans.
Wow, and also, Chris, listen, I want to give a shout out to Leek Town. I think they beat South Seals today in the third qualifying round of the FA Cup, Chris, going to the fourth